Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Worcester Premier League playoffs. Yeah, that's right. We've made it. We'll take a look at these standings in just a second here, but let's get to the bracket. First of all, my name is Stephen Marty Martinez. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Hard to believe that 7 weeks have already gone by, and here we are in week 8, and it all comes down to this for the players. On the left side of the bracket, we have Tom Curtin taking on Roberto Santos tonight in the upper left half. Mike Carignan, Nick Soldo, they're going to be on the streaming board in just a few minutes' time here. On the other side of the bracket, we have Sargent versus Mark Rudge, and then Joe Ricard taking on Justin Burke. So we'll take a look at the format here really quick. The only change that we're going to have tonight versus all the other 7 weeks of play is that championship format is going to be best of 5 sets, and every set remains a best of 5 legs. Seeded bracket, as you guys saw, that's what the numbers there by everybody's names in the bracket. Points from playoffs count for next year's seedings. That's going to be very, very important. That actually should say next season's seedings because we are looking to do another season in the fall here. But we will quickly get to these standings, see how everything played out. Let me just adjust this just a little bit, getting some production stuff out of the way here. So this is how the players ended out. We have Tom Curtin, 33 points, leading the pack, absolutely just demolishing a good majority of the field consistently for the past 7 weeks. The only person that has managed to stand in his way has been Mike Carignan. We might have a semifinal matchup between Tom Curtin and Mike Carignan should they actually win their opening round match. More to come, more to see with that potential matchup. Joe Ricard coming in second place with 14 points. Sargent right on his tail with 13 points. Mike Carignan right behind Ron with 12. It really has been a tale of two halves this Worcester Premier League season. Nick Soldo, Mark Rudge, Justin Burke, Roberto Santos, more or less scrapping for the leftovers that the top 4 guys left. But still fantastic players. And if there is any night that you are going to try and have a fantastic run, it's got to be the playoffs, baby. So don't count them out. We still have a long way to go. There's a lot of darts to be thrown. So we'll quickly look at the Week 7 champion again. This man has been borderline unstoppable for the entire Worcester Premier League Season 2. Quarterfinals, 2-0 versus Sargent, 2-0 versus Mike Carignan in the semifinals. Again, the only guy who's been able to stop him so far all the way back in Week 1 was Mike. And yet, just hasn't been able to find that form against the Emperor, Tom Curtin. In the finals, Joe Ricard, an awesome 170 out. Almost snagging a set there, but Tom said, no, I want to have every night, all the points, all of the bonus money. I want it all. And he's practically taken just about everything. So we'll jump back to the bracket here just so everybody who's just joining in can take a quick look. But yeah, the prize pool that we have for the winner, it's going to be $430 going to the first place grand champion of Season 2. Second place is going to take $230. Third through eighth, nothing. Zilch, nada, no money. Thanks for playing. Better luck next season. So there is a lot of dough to play for, and that's already on top of the nightly win bonus that both Tom Curtin and Mike Carignan have been able to take advantage of. So Tom is walking away, no questions asked, with $120, $20 times 6 for all the nights that he's won, and Mike Carrigan's walking away with $20. He can at least buy, 1 to 2 beers in today's day and age. Kind of sad that only buys you 1 to 2, but $20 is $20, so he'll be happy with that nonetheless. So if we go really quick to the primary board here, look, there they are. Look at those guys, all handsome in their jerseys. Mike looking very snazzy with that shot jersey. Wow. Nick right behind him, obviously. These guys have not started yet. They're getting their throws in, everything ready to go. And these guys, they're playing for this right here. There it is, baby. There's the championship belt. You absolutely love to see it. This is a real, and it's actually heavy. I felt it. I've lifted it. It's a real championship, almost WWE-style belt. Solid gold. Of course, we went all out, and that is pure, solid, 14-karat gold right there. Of course it is. Belt probably weighs about, 40, 50 pounds. So whoever wins that tonight going to be walking away with some heavy hardware. They won't get to keep it. It does have to come back, unfortunately. All great trophies have to come back. But yeah, talking about Mike Carignan and Nick Soldo, so these guys placed Mike placed 4th overall in the standings, Nick's placed 5th, but rather large gap in the stats there. But even then, more or less, the stats don't really matter now that we've gotten all the way to the playoffs. Everything's kind of done and dusted. Everything's kind of settled in. These guys, the only thing they're going to be thinking about is, I just need to win one game of darts. And it looks like they're thinking about getting this game going. There's the fist bump. Mike Carignan walking off first. He's earned that right to go first. Let's see what he does. Finds the green bit. He's going to pull it. Nick finds the red bit, so that's a great start. Nick's got to be feeling quite exceptional about that. Getting the big advantage of throw here in the biggest match of Season 2 for Nick Soldo. Here we go. If you're joining us, well, just joining us, my name is Marty Martinez, Stephen Marty Martinez. Can't forget the first name, and Nick is getting things going with a solid 60 start there. I'm just so excited. You know, we've 7 weeks of play, and here we are in the playoffs. Wow. Mike, let's see how he can get his playoff campaign rolling here. Can only find the 45, so Nick riding that high of winning the bull with a solid double bull there, and on his way to defend his throw if he can just keep the scoring going. I was talking with Nick a couple days ago, and he has switched his darts from his, 18-gram lightweight darts, soft tip converted darts, to some Raymond Van Barneveld darts that seem to be working out nice for him. So not the type of news that you want to be hearing if you're Mike Carignan. Obviously a little bit of an equipment change working out for your opponent. Nice 60 there fired in by Mike. Quick shout out to Paul in the chat. Hope you're doing well, Paul. Hope you had a wonderful Monday. Thanks for hanging out. Solid darts there for Nick. Looks like an 81 fired in. Just all over that triple 20 bet. Unlucky deflection on that second dart. See how Mike can respond. He's not too far back, only 96. Solid 100 here will place him right back in the lead. Shake of the head there. He knows how big that second one could have been. Likes to go to the 18s, finds some good points there. This is going to be a neck-and-neck race all the way through. Both guys shooting wonderful darts here. I have the pleasure of being able to shoot darts with Nick quite a lot throughout the week, so I see how his game progresses Monday through Friday. Get to give him a lot of grief about that, but guy has some stellar darts in him. He just has to find them and has to unlock them. And Mike, well, we all know how well Mike shoots. Again, he has the honor of being the only guy so far that's able to take down Tom Curtin. That is, well, heralded company there. It's a class of one. People have come close, but Mike's been the only person to be able to get it done. Another 60 fired in by Nick, so the treble remains elusive. Both players here, we're not finding big scoring, but Nick finding the consistent scoring, and sometimes that's all you need. Hello, Brian in the chat. I agree, this should be a fantastic, wonderful playoffs. Semifinals are going to be absolutely crazy. Hopefully get some upsets. Obviously the players don't wish that, but us as viewers, we want to see some crazy games here. Fantastic third dart to find that double bull, so 75 punched in. Will leave himself 105, so Mike working with 212, no out. Again, Nick did win the bull, so he will be defending his throw. This is his set to defend as well. So if he can win every single leg on throw, he will be able to cruise to victory. That's the theory. See what Nick can do with 105 remaining. Will he go bull first? Finds the 10, I believe, so 95 left. Finds the trip 19, looking at double, and he finds the take. Wow, 105 statement start there from Nick Soldo. 105, weird way to get it, but he gets it done nonetheless. That is a fantastic start, and Nick's got to be feeling wonderful after winning the bull and taking out a ton-plus first leg. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the playoffs, and Mike is feeling the heat, and he responds well to it. 100 fired in. He's telling Nick, signaling Nick, that's a hard word to say right now. Telling Nick is a little bit more friendly, that if you're going to try and break my throw, you're really going to have to earn it. Nick fires in 100 of his own, so great darts from both players here. Both guys got that first leg out of the way, and now it's nothing but business here. Are we going to see the 180 from Mike Carignan? Come on. And we do. Big 180 fired in from Mike Carignan. Those are the darts that he wants to see. Those are the darts that we want to see. Fantastic work, Mike. The 180 will not be matched by Nick Soldo. Can only find the 60. A little bit of a grimace on the face there. Knows he needed at least a ton to keep it close. So Mike, pressure off. Needs to keep on running, though. Doesn't want to get lazy. A little high there. Has to settle his arm, bring it down to the triple. And it goes all the way downstairs to find the triple 19. Great third dart there. A little bit of a funky switch with two high darts, but does very well to leave himself the 1-2-4. If it works, hey, keep on doing it. Solid visit so far from Nick and a big 140. No out, though. Leave himself 201, I believe. So Mike has at least 6 darts to work on this 1-2-4. Let's see how many he's going to need. There's the first one, so I believe 64 left. Doing the mental math. Finds the 14, 50 left. Probably not going to go for the double bull here. There's no need. Probably just going to set himself up. Can't find the big 18, but hey, you know, he's earned that advantage. He's earned that lead. Again, sometimes there's a lot of self-pressure to take out, 1-2-4 on a double bull finish, but with Nick so far back, absolutely no need. Good pressure, though. 81 punched in from Nick. So again, a tap on the shoulder, leaving the Shanghai. Mike has to take out this 49. See what he can do. Finds a 2, so 47 left. Will he go 15? Finds the 15, so one dart at double 16. And he just goes inside, so no take. Nick with a big opportunity for an early break here. Potentially looking at 2-0 lead if he can find the Shanghai. Needs to bring it lower. Can't. So he will be, unsatisfied with that third dart. Only finding the 43. Wanted to keep him straight. It's another let off for Mike here. 3 darts at double 8. Can he get it done? Just outside again. Has to bring it in. And he brings it too far in. Too much of a correction there. And Nick with another golden opportunity to steal this leg. Can he find it? And he does! Another take there from Nick Soldo. 77 check. Following the 105 check in the first leg. This is exactly what I was talking about in the pre-show, folks. Even though these guys are quite a ways away in the stats mean nothing when it comes down to playoffs. Anybody can get going and anybody can find that magic. Nick looking for a little bit more in his bag of tricks. One might say he's being a little bit of a tricky Nicky here with these 2 legs found. Mike Carignan got off to the quick start, found the 180, but still lost the leg. What can he do here to get going? Finds the 140, huge darts, huge start. Punishing the 41 from Nick. Nick knows what needs to be done here, and he has some time. Finds a 43, so struggling to keep everything in a nice little target pattern around that triple 20 bed. But again, pressure off for Mike. He can start to work on this 20. Those type of haywire darts are going to cause him a lot of grief. And that's the tricky thing about this game is even when you get off to a good start, sometimes the arm can start to shake. Sometimes the nerves can start to settle in. Those 26s and 45s and 41s find their way into the game, and there it is again, 41. So after a hot start, Nick Soldo struggling to find the consistency that really pushed him through those first 2 legs. Mike looking to punish that poor visit. Finds the triple 20 bed, looking for another one with all that space. Goes just high, but the 100 will do quite nicely. Nick 376. Elects to go downstairs, going back up. Can't find it, so some haywire darts there. That third one just punishing 44 found. Mike again, no pressure, but Really needs a statement visit here. Needs to get this done fast. Get himself back in this game here by putting a leg on the board, and this will do nicely. Elects to stay there, and another 140 found. Solid stuff from Mike Carignan. Roaring back after a slow start and opportunity lost, and Nick way far back at 332. Can't find the ton, only 60 found. So in this moment in time, Nick's probably already thinking about the next leg. Obviously, he's going to try and throw solid darts to take advantage of an opportunity if he gets the chance to, but with 2 legs in your pocket, there's no need to really panic or fret or worry. Mike obviously is more worried about getting this leg buried than Nick is about losing this set. A little bit of awkward math here. Looks like 22 found from Mike Carignan. Finds the 11 there. He's trying to leave himself 40. I believed he had, 63 left over? 73, sorry. Caster math strikes again. It's been absolutely brutal this season, the caster math. It's hard to do math on the top of your head. It might be a 100 fired in, only a 60. Unfortunate deflection there. So Mike Carignan looking at 62. Is he going to go trip 10? Looks like he finds the single 10, so 52 left. Probably going to go 12 here. Keep it safe. Likes to go 20 for double 16. 1 dart at it. And outside again, so Mike struggling with his outs here. Excuse me, folks. A little bit of a cough snuck up on me. So Mike struggling with his outs here. But again, plenty of time. Nick not really pressuring. Only 42 found. Leaves the 170. And we saw the situation before last week. Joe taking out the big 170. Inside. And he finds it. Mike Carignan is on the board in this playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, needed 2 darts to get it done, but found his way there in the end. And he will be looking to defend his throw in this 4th leg here. Nick not worried, not fretting. Really all depends on the start here from Mike. Can he get going? Looks like 79 found for Mike Carignan. Indeed it is. This is a passable start here. And Nick, if he finds more of those, he's going to be loving life. Wants to keep it straight at the bare minimum, and he does. Big 140 found. So Mike, under immediate pressure here. Remember, this is his throw as well, so doesn't want to get broken twice in a set. Look at the focus there from Nick. You can see him just focusing on the score. Not even looking at his opponent's darts. And another 26. Disappointing visit there from Mike Carignan. Very unlike Mike, who throughout the entire season has shown almost no emotion. So steadfast, so focused. A little bit of nerves, might be a little bit of frustration setting in early here. Solid 62 found by Nick Soldo. So Mike, we know what he's capable of. We know he can motor when he wants to. But he needs to find this triple 20 bet in soon, you feel. And he does find the triple 20, solid 100 punched in. Just what he needed, exactly when he needed it. Nick Soldo just looking to do more of the same. Keep the darts around there and hope something sticks. Fortunately, might be a little bit of a caster's curse there. Some questionable darts, a little bit of a quizzical look. Only 36 found. And all of a sudden, Mike Carignan is, you feel like he's creeping back into his own throw here. 296, looks like 276 remaining. Can't quite reach the triple 20. And he can't quite grab it. Trying to force it through. Ends up finding that 1. So again, gas pedal lifted off of by Mike Carignan, and Nick needs to start running, and some shakes of the head there. He knows that they're not on target. Another display of emotion there. Only 43, so both guys might be feeling nerves. Might be feeling the tension of this match already. Big moment for Nick Soldo if he can find the break. Doesn't want to lose a set that he went up 2 legs on the spin to lead. So again, these ones are just merciless right now. Does very well to find that triple 20, so an 81, third dart saver. Nick needs to get going. Mike not on an out. Can't find anything big, so only 40 found. Leaves 180. So both guys not working with any outs, only looking to set up here. 174, a little bit friendlier for Mike, a little bit closer to the goalpost. Can he bring it just as close as he wants? Does very well to find that 96. Solid visit there from Mike Carignan, and Nick needs to hit at least 100, you feel. Keep this close. That might be a tough blocker, trying to fight his way through. Can't find anything big again, so leaving himself 140. Mike, 78 left after 18 darts. Looking to punch out here and bring this to a deciding leg. 18 found, 60 left. 20 found, one dart at tops for the leg. And just underneath, Mike can't believe it. Nick can't believe it either. That is probably the definition of right there, ladies and gentlemen. Nick, 140, and it will not go. First part failed. Can't find the single bull either. Might have been a throwaway dart. Only 34 punched in, so Mike Carignan, 3 darts at double 10, needs to get it done. Certainly can. Pulls it inside. Tricky double 5. Oh, elects to play it safe. And we have seen a ton-plus take from Nick Soldo, 105. Can he one-up himself with the 106? 86 left. Can't find the trip 18, just on the wrong side of the wire. Shake of the hand, shake of the head. That would have been clutch if he was able to find it. But Mike, looking at double 5, might choose to split. Double 5 is such an unlucky double if you pull it inside. Brings all sorts of trouble into your game. Very safe here from Mike Carignan. And he finds it with the third dart right in the corner, tucks it in, puts it to bed. And we are going all the way in this opening set, ladies and gentlemen. 2 legs on the spin for both players, and now we are playing for the leg. Nick doesn't want to blow this lead that he had, and Mike wants to keep the momentum going here. Solid 100 fired in from Nick Soldo. What can Mike do in response? Call, answer. Mike just shy of that triple bed. And really wild dart there. Probably going for the trip 18, but finds the trip 4 instead. So Nick, keep on running. And those ones again, just raising some questions, causing some small little errors. And at this level, every 1 in 5 hit is a big pain point for these guys. Just the frustration immediate. Only a 5 there. Playing very safe. Looks like he's aiming those darts just a little high, just to put him in the 20 bed. So 45 found. Again, 60 minimum for these guys is how they think about the game. Looks like he's going to go downstairs. Can't find the downstairs switch either, so only 43. Now, we have seen this quite a bit, a little bit of faffing about from both players. Obviously, these guys aren't trying to mess about too much in that one. Again, you saw that little movement of the mouth there from Mike, just irking him, causing these problems. Only 39. So Nick still holding the advantage of that big open that he had. Mike not really able to put any pressure on or keep up, and that might be 2 great guides if he can slot it in. Goes high, but the 60 is more than enough to keep on pushing the ball here. Nick will be happy with that visit. And Mike, you have to feel for him. He's certainly been close, but needs a ton-plus visit, and that's a great start. Can he find the third one in there? And he does. Solid 140. Punched in, fired in. Right when he needed it. Timing is everything in darts, and that is perfect timing for Mike Carignan. 45 from Nick. So again, those 5s and 1s starting to snowball into a formidable foe here for Nick. Again, consistency was his friend in those first 2 legs, and now it's just starting to waver. Triple 20, friendly to Mike Carignan again. Would love another. Only 85, but that'll do to get him down to an out. Nick, working with 212, needs a big visit here to try and set himself up with something handy. Wants to drop it low, might force it through, and he can't find it, just can't grab it. You saw the anger, the emotion, only the 60, just not enough. 152 is an out, but Mike with the 140, that's, you feel is so much friendlier. And the 1 will just blow up the combination. Unfortunate dart there. It's going to come down to nerves. Who can keep themselves collected here? Can't find anything, so only 28. Shaky at the helm. Mike Carignan, Nick Soldo, big opportunity. Just low, so the combination will not be fired in, but that second dart in there is going to ask a lot of Mike Carignan, working with 112. Solid setup there. 100 punched in from Nick Soldo to leave himself 52. So Mike Carignan, 112. You feel like this has to go. Might be a little bit of a math question. Might be just psyching himself up for the visit here. 112, Mike Carignan. To keep the momentum going, this would be a tremendous take under pressure. Finds the trip 20, so 12 needed. Finds tops, so to leave himself double 6. Not sure if that was planned. That might have been, well, a horrendous accident there from Mike Carignan. Got to respect the effort. Finds the 12. Nick looking at tops. Needs to pull it low. And he's just scraping the wire there. So close. Mike Carignan, a little bit of an accidental way to find himself at 12, but 3 more darts at double 6. Can he find it? And he can with the first dart. Opportunity blown there for Nick Soldo, and Mike Carignan, 3 legs on the spin. Salvaging that opening set out of nowhere, you feel. Nick Soldo did not miss by much, and by no means is he out of this game. Again, it's going to be a best of 5 sets. So first to 3. And if Nick continues playing the way that he has been, or at least he was in the first 2 legs, he will be more than comfortable. He does have the advantage, if this does go all the way, of holding his throw in the final set, but we're a long way from that. Nick looking at it, 180 here. Just high, finds the 140, still a great start, great visit. Mike Carignan under pressure to respond. What can he do here? Finds that triple 20 right in the left corner there. Just goes low on that third, but the 100 will do quite nicely. Putting immediate pressure right back onto Nick. Nick grouping the darts very well there, keeping them straight. And sometimes that's just the biggest hurdle to get over in any game of darts, is just keeping the darts straight. I'm sure everybody can relate to a time or two when really in control of a game and just the consistency starts to waver, and how frustrating that can get. Nick will do very well to reset after the previous set here. We had a little bit of inconsistency come into his game. Mike Carignan, again, playing very well here. One of the key components of his game in the previous 7 weeks was just how steady Mike has been under pressure, facing tough shots every single night. He's probably been one of the steadiest operators in the WPL here. He certainly knows how to play the game out to completion. And so that's what makes him a very tough opponent. Trying to thread the needle here. Likes to go downstairs. Only finds the 43, so he's punished for the switch. Well, Nick is working with 2-6-1. We're going to go over a quick score update here. Tom Curtin is taking the opening set versus Roberto Santos. Joe's leading Justin Burke 1-0. And And Ron is leading Mark Rudge 1-0 as well. Check back in on those games when they update. I have something to say. Mike Carignan working with 228 all over the triple 20 bed. Wants to keep it steady. Finds the trip 18. Does very well to bring that arm right across. You'll see a lot of high-level players, instead of going down to the 19s, they'll just move their arm just slightly to the right to find the 18. Especially if you're aiming low on those 20s, sometimes it is beneficial because the height of the triple 18 should match if you're just under the wire on the 20s. That switch played out in spades from Mike Carignan. So working with 1-3-4. Might go 20 first, might go 18 first. Goes 19 first instead. Gets punished with that 3, so unfortunate. Does very well, so 79 found. Nick Soldo working with 1-9-0. There's no out for Nick, setup shot only. And that 5 is just going to cause more problems for Nick. And that 3, again, the frustration starting to creep into his game. Needs to reset, needs to collect himself. Can't find anything with that single 18. Unfortunate visit, unfortunate darts. The 1-6-4 is, it's something, but would be a big, big take for Nick. Certainly a roof raiser if he can find it. And there's the 15 found for Mike. So 2 darts at double top. Finds it with the second pop take there from Mike Carignan. Just like that, he is now up 1 set, 1 leg in a race to 3 sets. So Nick, again, only losing that on Mike's throw, so not too much pressure. Again, if you're going to lose, you want to lose on the other guy's throw. Need to defend your throw with everything that you can, though. Nick is going to get out of this set and try and take the set. He does have to try and break Mike here. Mike, both darts a little high. Needs to bring it down. Can't quite find it. So again, a slow start for Mike Carignan. Nick off to a little bit of a heater, but the question is, can he keep it going? How long can he keep the fire burning? And the 100 will do nicely. Those darts, well grouped, well shot. Mike Carignan, we've seen him answer before. He'll look to answer again, and that's a great start there. Just high on the second, wants to drop it just a little bit. And it looks like he split the darts right in the middle, just finding that top wire. You're too good, Mike. Of course, the new and improved Blade 7s, the treble bed is the size of a football field, so everybody can score triple 20s. Nick Soldo, nothing found there, only 43. Not far enough ahead of Mike to really consider himself safe, and you can see how much that means on his face. Mike trying to reconnect the antenna to the arm there, get the aiming figured out, because all of a sudden that 5 was so far to the left and then brings it back and brings it right back into the 5. Again, consistency is everything. Nick doing very well to find that trip 20 with that third dart. Hopefully a recalibration of the antenna for Mike Carignan. Hopefully the hat's not blocking any signal. Sometimes you just have to take a step, take a breath. Refocus yourself on the board, and that first dart, such a good guide. Can't find it with the third. Pushed it just a little bit too much. Might have been too much shoulder there. Nick, 192. Can leave a lovely out here if he can set up nicely. Can only hit the 60. No 100 found. So some more work to do there for Nick Soldo, but quite the advantage here in the scoring. Mike sitting at 278 after 4 visits to the board. Needs to continue to try and mine out this score to leave himself something manageable, but darts just being unfriendly one after another, not listening. Nick 1-3-2. No pressure here. And the 4 is just not a great start either. You can see it in his face. A little bit of messing around there for Nick Soldo. Some sloppy darts being thrown, leaving himself at 87. Not a friendly 2-dart combo. Certainly manageable, but Mike all the way on 242. Will it even matter what he leaves himself? Just above the wire, both those darts so close, and does very well to find that triple 20 with that third. Drops it in, slots it in, leaving himself the 142. Nick, 87. Will leave himself 70. He's probably going to go 20 bull and can't find the big 20. First rule of darts, hit the big number. And Nick just continuing to mess about here with these darts. Not great. Might be some pressure here, maybe some frustration finding his way into the arm. Nick will not be, well, he'll be steaming about that visit. And Mike, 142, it's an opportunity, it's a chance. And it's gone for Mike Carignan. He'll have to reset. Only 44 found for Mike, so we'll drop it beneath the ton, but Nick, 61, needs to stop messing about, needs to find it. Only 7 found. And again, nothing is working. Wanted the big 14 to leave himself the bull, and just nothing, the shake of the head. And obviously Nick's not trying to miss. Sometimes just the Wi-Fi router between brain and arm disconnects. And it's really hard to reestablish that connection, but Mike trying to connect his darts to a 98 out. Won't go. Finds the trip 18. Wait a minute. Shot might be back on here. And he can't find the 24. So close there. Great bid there from Mike Carignan. Wanted that take. Nick just low on tops. Going down to double 10. And he finds it with the second dart. A little bit of a exasperated breath there from Nick. Had to really work for it. But we are all tied up in this set here. Both guys sitting at one leg apiece. Need to keep it going. What can Mike do from the get-go? Finds the 41, but Nick off to a flyer of a start if he can keep those going. Can't find 3 in the bed, so only 81 punched in. Great start, great darts. But honestly, not enough. Nick's starting to get emotional. He's starting to get into this game. That's honestly, sometimes it works for some guys. Mike, you'll very rarely see any big roars. Certainly see some frustration, though. And solid visit there. That third dart absolutely saving the visit. 126 punched in. Great darts, Mike Carignan. And Nick working with the 420. One of the funniest numbers in darts. And just can't build a solid foundation of a visit after that. So only 22. Mike Carignan, 3-3-4. A little bit of an advantage here over Nick Soldo. Can really punish. Pulls it just wide of that triple 20 bed. Finds it with the second one. Tries to go to the 18, the honey pot. Just can't find it, but still a great visit, 81. Nick working with 398 needs to pick up the pace here, or is at risk of falling too far behind. Can't find any triple 20. Actually pushed the wire down with that third one. Almost looked like that dart was dive bombing that triple 20 bed and just missed the target. Just wide on that first, only one. Mike focusing, trying to find some more, and again, the focus not paying off, only 22. So Nick, a big visit here can bring him right back into the leg. Would be loving if he can grab a 100 here. Does find the 100 exactly when he needs it, so doesn't get the chance to leapfrog Mike Carignan, but definitely a tap on the shoulder. These guys have been so close all game. Really coming down to just who can grab the out, but the scoring is, even though it favors Mike by quite a bit, it's still been very, very close all the way through. And again, the 43, the 3s, the 7s, the 1s, the 5s, always causing problems. Nick, if he can keep 3 steady darts here, even a triple, that would be fantastic, and it is found. So Nick Soldo, first, well, not an out, sorry, my bad. Caster Math strikes again. Leapfrogging Mike Carignan there, but no out, so Mike, no out either. Can only build the foundations of a setup, of an outshot here. What can he do with this third dart? Tries to go to the 18s. Again, he's been really leaning on those 18s for this game, and we've seen it work out. Does very well to leave the 130. Nick trying to find more 19s, but can't find much of anything there. And again, the just disappointment. It's one thing to hit the single 20. It's another thing to just lose 19 points on a dart like that. 148, not a bad out though, so not as bad as it could be. Mike, 110 left. Needs to go triple 20 double bull if he's going to force it, and can't. He only finds peanuts there with that third dart, so 32 punched in. Nick, 148. We've seen a ton plus from Nick. Can he draw some magic back? No. Looks like he finds a trip 20 with that second one, doing some math here. And he finds a trip with that third, so solid stuff. Might be a 112. It is a 112. Leaving himself 36, so a great recovery shot there. Mike Carignan under pressure, 98, needs to go. Finds the trip, so 38. Is he going to go straight at it? And that's the risk that you run by going for those odd number doubles. So Nick, big opportunity here to go up in this set, Pulls it low. Going at double 9. Plays it too safe. And again, plays it safe. The safety darts are not going to win you games. You have to attack those doubles. Might have been beneficial there to try and split, but doesn't matter now. Mike looking to take out double 8 here. Can he find it? Pulls it inside, double 4. And he finds it with the third, a clutch save, clutch third dart. Nick, opportunity lost there, and Mike, big protection of throw there. Really had to work to defend, but he gets it done in the end, and Nick needs to get going or be at risk of being 2 sets down. Mike Carignan just throwing some great stuff here, especially under immense pressure from Nick Soldo. It's one thing to have a great game, but to do it constantly under pressure, well, that's something to tip your hat to. Mike looking to drop that third one. Join its friend there in the triple 20 bed. And no P's in the pot, only singular P. Only 100 found. Nick trying to follow with something big of his own. Might be a blocker on the bed there. Can't find the hundo, only a 60. But not a shabby start from either guy here. Mike looking to keep the party going. Just high. Just high again. Just put it in there, Mike. And he pulls it just low. A little bit too much of a correction. Great darts, though. Great grouping. So, handing it back over to Nick. Only 40 points down. Certainly manageable. It's not a run race just yet, and that's a great second. Great darts there. 100 punched in from Nick Soldo, so leapfrogging Mike. Mike, a little bit of work to do here. Not as much as Nick had to get done there, but on to you, Mr. Carignan. What can you do? This has been a impressive visit here. One more would be lovely, and it is simply lovely there. Great stuff from Mike Carignan. Awesome darts. Dropping his score down to 201. Nick working with 281, but looking for more and can't find it. Only 64. Might have gotten a little too excited after that first one. Left all the space in the world. Sometimes it just gets hard to manage the excitement when you leave yourself almost the entire bed after finding the perfect first. Can be a little too distracting, and Mike focusing in, locking in. Doing very well. Solid darts there from Mike Carignan. Big 140 visit. And that is exactly what he needs. Exactly when he needs it. Nick under immense pressure here to find at least 100. Can't find the 97 with that switch, so 59 found. Mike 61 remaining. 3 darts at 61. Not crazy pressure, but would love to punch out and check out here. 15 found. He leaves himself. Okay, Going for 32, left himself 46, now looking at double 16. And he just goes wide with that third one. Can almost start a fire with the sparks, and Nick, a chance, an opportunity. It's yours to take, Nick. Can you get it done? Unfortunately not. And only 24. Looks like my caster math was off again. Off to a terrible start here in the playoffs. You figured after 7-8 weeks of play, my math would be somewhat better, but still adding and subtracting at a first grade level. That's all right. I'll get there in the end. So Mike, 32. Oh, looks like it was a scoreboard error. Never mind. Looks like just inside, so only 16 found. And he busts his score there with the second dart, pulling it in the 11 bed, so Nick's still alive, still a chance. Cosplaying as the Black Knight from Monty Python. Just a flesh wound. I'm not dead yet. Finds a 76. So will not have an out, but can certainly set up, and he does very well to leave himself something handy. So now the question is, Mike, can you stay steady? Can you find it, Mike? We're all looking to see the answer. Just outside. And he pulls it inside, so question not answered with something worthwhile for Mike Carignan. Nick finds it with the first dart. What a fantastic leg there, going right down to the wire, literally, for both players. And just like that, we have another deciding leg here in set number 2. Both players pressuring each other immensely. The tension is clearly visible. Folks, I hope that you are all buckled in for a fantastic deciding leg here. Again, thank you very much for joining in, tuning in after all these weeks of play. Joining us tonight for the playoffs. What can Nick get going here? Can't find anything crazy, but does find the consistent 59. Hats off from Mike Carignan. Things are getting serious. Some players roll up their sleeves. Mike, well, he takes off the hat. He wants every signal coming into that absolute mastermind brain of his. Looks like just the signals are getting jammed from something that Nick Soldo has running in the background. Mike not finding anything worthwhile. Only a 41 found, so no trip, no third dart saver. Both guys off to a little bit of a slower start than what we've seen before. Might just be nerves here. This is a humongous set here for Nick, for Mike. Mike would love the 2-0 set lead, and Nick would love to be tied. Mike finding a solid 3-dart visit there, so 60 punched in. Nick, gap is certainly manageable here. 60 will even do. That's a tough blocker on that second one. Keeps it steady, keeps it straight, so both guys right neck and neck with each other. Mike, what can he do? That's the question we're all wondering, and the one is a terrible start there. Absolutely wonderful second, though. Great correction, and a solid third dart. Great 1-2-1 punched in from Mike Carignan. Does very well to recover after that one. And Nick, all of a sudden, under pressure to try and find something big of his own. 2 darts. 2 darts in the triple minimum, you feel. That 95 will do just nicely, but Mike starting to build on that lead, starting to get the bricks in place of a second set here. And a great opportunity at great range to find something handy. 1 treble you feel needs to be found. And just shy the darts, not being friendly, not being pally-pal with each other. No buddy-buddy here. And no out for Mike Carignan. Nick would love some more of those. Even one more will do nicely. And tries to go for the trip 15. Keeps it steady, though. Finds the 95. So he will leave himself the 170, the biggest fish. Mike, no out on 162. Forced to operate under setup shot conditions only. Does very well to find that trip 20. I thinking about exactly what he wants to do and tries to find the trip 14. 94 scored. Great darts. Nick, this would just be nuts if he can find it. 170 opportunity. Here we go. And fortunately, it will not. That's why it is the biggest fish, the most elusive of them all in the ocean. Mike Carignan, 68. We've seen him struggle with doubles before in this game. Needs to go. 48 remaining. It's going to go down to the 16s or 8s. Finds 16, so one dart at double 16 for the set. And he pulls it inside, so opportunity gone. Nick Soldo, 142. A lot of work to do. Needs to get it done. And it will not go. He will leave himself very handy there. But would obviously love to be looking at the numbers that Mike has left. 16, 3 darts at it. Don't miss Mike. Plays it way too safe there. Taking a step back. Frustration and nerves. We've thrown at double 8 a million times before. Come on, Mike. Pulls it inside. Goes upstairs to double 4. And he finds it with the third. Another clutch third dart take there from Mike Carignan. Just when we might have all been thinking that would be going around the world, Mike Carignan says, see ya. Punches his ticket to another set in the books. And here we go. Nick Soldo, 2 sets down. Had the opportunity to take that opening set, but it just remained elusive. And are we going to see the consistency remain elusive for these guys? We shall see. Mike looking to get things going just as strong here. Can't find anything good, so 41's fired in from both guys here. Nick just looking to keep the darts straight. Sometimes that stability, that steadiness is all that's needed. And again, just remaining ever so elusive. The pressure that these guys are feeling, it got to be just off the charts. As these guys bust down their scores here, a little bit of a scoreboard update. Ron Sargent, Joe Ricard, both guys advancing to the semifinals. Tom Curtin also advancing to the semifinals. Everybody, so Tom, Ron, Joe, both taking their games 3-0. Will Mike join them? Another 3-0 game. We shall see. Nick still has a lot of fight left in him. We are nowhere close to being done. Hopefully, for all of us as fans. Obviously not for Nick Soldo. He wants to keep this going all the way. Mike, other ideas, obviously. What can he find scoring-wise? Finds the trip 18. Does very well there. 73 found. Nick Soldo, 375. Feel like a ton plus minimum here to try and build some sort of a gap. Those 1s and 5s just continuing to be crippling for Nick's scoring prowess here, causing all sorts of problems in the machine, and Mike just loving every single one that goes in. Obviously pressure relieved off of Mike's shoulders. Finds the triple 20 with that second one. Great dart there. And finds it again with the third. Mike Carignan doing so well with that correction. That's, I believe, the second or third time that we've seen that in this game. First dart's fired into the fat one, but pulls it right back into the trip 20 bed. And those are some great darts there from Nick. Might be a 140. It's only 100 found. But those are the type of skills that really separate, high-level darts players from the rest, is their ability to accept that first dart for what it is and do their best to correct. Point proven there, so even though it was a disappointing second, finds that triple 20, scrapping, fighting away for as many points as you can with every single dart. No wasted darts here at the WPL. Only a 95. Had the line right, had it even. Again, Nick doing very well. First down to an out. Mike Carignan marooned on 162 again. Shake of the head there. Knows how disappointing that one is. 161 remaining. 141 now. Can't find anything good there. So sloppy visit there from Mike Carignan. Nick Soldo, 135. Again, the ton plus is in his toolbox. Won't go this time, so 17 found. A bit of some awkward math there. And we've seen this from Nick before where the math gets tricky. Well, so does Nicky's darts here. Tricky Nicky darts all over the board. And not exactly what he would describe as his trademark stuff. Mike Carignan, 122. It will not go, so 3 found, 119 remaining. Everything just coming so difficult. Nothing smooth. Molasses darts here. Everything is just kind of dragging along. Nick, 86 remaining. Love a trip 18. Take another there to leave bullseye. And he's going to go for it. And he just can't find it again. So close. I feel in that moment it's probably better to hit that single bull than get it outside of the bull ring there. So 80 from Mike Carignan. Playing it safe. Going for 2 fat 20s, and the bed is wide open for that third. Just pulls it low. Can't find the height on that third dart. Nick Soldo, 46, going to split the 6 and 10. Finds the 6, going to tops. And he finds it. Great take there from Nick Soldo, so he's off to a flying start. And again, we saw a similar script before in the first set. Nick running off to a great lead, but it's going to come down to mental toughness, needing to be able to believe that these types of leads can be held. The mental challenges of darts are endless and boundless, and well, it's part of why we play the game. Great 100 there from Mike Carignan. Down but not out. Nick trying to just keep this consistency, keep the momentum going. Timing is everything in darts, and the timing of those 3 darts was perfect. Obviously not the biggest points found, but Nick will just take the tight grouping. Carignan again has unlocked some superpowers, removing the hat, accepting all signals into the brain. Unfortunately not translating to the arm there, so Nick, opportunity here to try and jump ahead. Looks like it pushed it just out to the 5, so unlucky second there. Nothing found there, only a 26. Breakfast on Nick. See you all at a diner tomorrow morning. Mike Carignan, pressure off the shoulders, but needs to keep on running. Yeah, and this is the dog days of darts right here with that 1-1-1 follow. Can't find the trip down to the 19s. Mike, again, not the type of guy that we see a lot of emotion from. We have hardly seen anything of this sort in the past 7 weeks of play, but again, when everything's on the line, single elimination playoffs, we're going to start to see the true character of all these guys come out. 28 followed by Nick, so extra piece of bacon added on to that breakfast there. 26, 28, maybe an extra cup of coffee, depends on how he feels. Mike just trying to regain the form that he had in the earlier sets here, all over the trip 20 bed. Does very well to find that 100. So again, now the question's on Nick. The honeypot has been found for Mike. Nick needs to find it of his own. Cord here, and he's just struggling to find the 20s. Can't drop it down. 41 punched in. Tom, Ron, and Joe waiting. These guys diligently. This game has the potential to go all the way here. Mike just shy of the 20 bed there. Just high of it. Trying to split the difference. Just dodges him. Only 60 found, so Nick needs to get the pace going here. Well behind, but a big 180, big 140 would put him right back into the thick of things. Unfortunate. Unlucky darts. 41 not going to do at this stage of the game. Mike Carignan, no out again with the 175. Trying to set up here, trying to find something worthwhile to leave. That's a great second dart. So now some math comes into play. 80 scored, 95 left. Finds the trip 19. Great stuff. Big 137 from Mike Carignan. Solid darts. Will leave himself 38, but he can correct. Off of that, probably will not go straight at the double 19. Great visit there from Nick, 97 found, but again, no pressure for Mike Carignan. Doesn't have to go straight at it, can afford to split. Nick sitting all the way back at 208. There's the 6, so 2 darts at double 16 to tie up this set. Pulls it inside again, looking to go at double 8. And just inside again, almost in the same spot. Just on opposite sides of the wire there, so Nick will get more darts at it, but how many more is he going to get? That's the question that Mike is going to answer for us in just a moment here. Nick leaving himself 150. Might go double bull, double bull, double bull. We would absolutely go crazy if we saw that. At least I would. And the double 4 is found. Boo, Mike, come on. We wanted to see the 3 double bulls. Of course, I'm just kidding. Got to respect that take. Mike, no messing about in that leg. Merciless Mike. Mighty Mike's already taken, so Merciless Mike might be his nickname. A great start there for Nick. 97 found there, so flyer heater of a start. Mike Carignan, what can you do from 501? Let's see. For everybody just tuning in, this is the quarterfinals, so the first round of the WPL Season 2 finals here. Well, final night, excuse me, catch my tongue. And so far, Tom Curtin has taken out Roberto Santos 3-0. Ron Sargent taking out Mark Rudge 3-0. Joe Ricard taking out Justin Burke 3-0. So Tom, Ron, and Joe are awaiting the winner of this game. Nick fighting tooth and nail to keep this game alive. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody who's tuning in live here. We've seen some fantastic darts between these two players. 81 found from Mike Carignan. And this has probably been one of the closest battles that we have seen in the WPL. Past couple of weeks of action here. The only game that comes to mind is that absolutely stellar final between Ron and Tom, and I think in week 5, that went all the way to a deciding leg in the final. That was awesome. And if this pace carries on, Mike and Nick, well, they might have a treat in store for us. And there's 2 darts found for Mike Carignan. Can he fill it up? Just can't, just goes wide. 140 punched in, great stuff though. Nick, under pressure, needs to find something big of his own. That might be a tough block. And again, looks like it pushed out to the 5. The flight's doing Nick no favors, just kidding. Disregard. 60 found from Nick, great grouping. Very tough with the camera angle there, just couldn't see on the other side of that dart. Mike just finding it, so 1-2-2 remaining now. Finds the 2. Oh, Mike, don't do it. Don't hit the 180. Please don't do it. Oh, okay, good. I was a little worried there. 180 on a 182 might have been just the nastiest thing that we would have seen in the WPL in all the weeks of action that we've had. That would have been disgusting. Great darts there from Mike Carignan, leaving himself 52. Had a fantastic out after 4 visits to the board. Looking at a potential 13 darter here. Well, sorry, 14 darter, excuse me. There's the 12. Looking at tops. Needs to bring it down. 15 darter potential here. And again, playing it a little too safe. Mike has the time. Can't afford those safe chances. But Nick with a big visit here might force the issue. And unfortunately, just won't happen as well as he would have liked. Finds that big trip 17 on that 3rd dart. But again, 3 darts at tops. What a scary prospect when your opponent is Mike Carignan. Can he get it done? Pulls it into the double 5, so 30 remaining. Going straight at the double 15. And just wide. Almost looks like he pushed the wire there on that final dart. Nick, opportunity here, 1-2-2. Needs the triple. And it's just high again. The grimace, the emotion, only 54. That just will not do for Nick. Mike probably in his best interest to split here, but we'll see what he does. Just wide on that first one. Just wide again. And he finds it, gets over the hedge there on that 3rd one. What a fantastic effort to get through that forest. Absolute canopy of flights there. Mike Carignan battling his way all the way to a 2-set, 2-leg advantage here. can get it done on his throw, and he would absolutely relish the opportunity to do so. Nick, again, not dead yet. Big opportunity, big darts. Nick Soldo needs to find something. Can only find the 41. Again, mental toughness, paramount here. Nick has the darts in his hand. He is not out of the game yet. Mike looking to bury Nick while he still can, and that is a great start to that process. Won't find it with the second one. Can't find it with the third, but the 100 will do nicely. Nick needs to get going. Can't find the 100, only a 60, shake of the head. Mike Carignan, 3.58. Again, starting to build the foundations of elite here, but needs to protect it. This is his throw. That is a great first dart, just highest on the second dart. Can't find it with the third, but the 100s will do quite nicely. Solid lead already built up. Nick needs to find a 2-treble visit and just can't find the treble. Only 40 found. Again, the mental toughness doesn't really mean anything if the darts don't translate into something workable, and unfortunately for Nick, it might just be the final bells here for his playoffs. Put in a great performance. Not dead yet, obviously, but the 98 from Mike Carignan is just going to push him ever closer to the ultimate goal. 160 left after 4 visits. Nick all the way back, but another one of those will ask some questions. 100 will do just nicely. So 160 to 260, pick your position. I'd rather be in Mike's. Of course, this does not have to go. Nick not sitting at an out, and that 3 will hopefully not cause too much frustration for Mike Carignan here. Looks like he does find the triple 20 there. Finds the 82, so great save of that visit, and 260. Again, 2 triples minimum, you feel. And the 1 is just heartbreaking stuff. Only the 40, just not happening for Nick Soldo. The sure shot, not finding what he needs, and Carignan, the march continues. 74 remaining. Goes to the 14s to leave 60, so fat 20 will leave himself tops, and he finds it. Perfectly placed 20 dart there. Nick working with 220, trying to just give something, or give Mike something to think about. A 140 would certainly do that, but the 100, again, not as good as he would have wanted, but something for Mike to ponder. Will he think about it at all? Looking at 2 darts in hand. Finds it with the second dart, and that is it. Mike Carignan has taken the game 3-0. Ladies and gentlemen, the scoreline does not show how close of a battle that really was. Wow, what a fantastic game between Nick Soldo and Mike Carignan. Unbelievable stuff there. Nick came firing out of the gate with awesome 2-leg advantage there in that first set, taking out that 105, following it with, I believe, mid-range take there. I don't remember the exact number. Nick had a lot of opportunities, a lot of chances to try and bury Mike, but Mike staying consistent, staying steady. And we have seen that over and over again from Mr. Carignan in these past weeks of play, and all the experience of those types of situations, high-pressure situations, have really pulled him out of that game because, wow, tension-filled, drama-filled, and that was absolutely fantastic first-round darts. But ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 more rounds to go. Semifinals are going to be coming up very shortly here. We'll see you in just a few moments. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for hanging out with us tonight. It looks like we are getting things going here between Mr. Tom Curtin, Mr. Mike Carignan. If you are joining us live for this match, this is the semifinals of the playoffs. We have seen a fantastic game here between Mike Carignan and Nick Soldo there, going Mike's way. Obviously, that's why he's here. Tom off to a thunderous start there with the 100. If you are just tuning in live, my name is Stephen Marty Martinez, coming to you live from the WPL studio here in Greater Worcester, Massachusetts. Kind of a dreary Monday here, but absolutely just feisty and fantastic darts here. And what a match that we have. Again, Tom Curtin, Mike Carignan. We've seen this matchup before. Mike probably would have expected this result. No disrespect to Nick Soldo, but Mike has been the only guy who's been able to tell anybody this entire season that, well, I've beaten Tom Curtin. I've seen death, stared at him right in the face, and I've walked away the victor. And Mike Carignan is going to look to emulate that Week 1 performance tonight. And what a night to get it done here. These guys are playing for all the cash. These guys are playing for the belt. Mike would certainly love to take home some hardware tonight, but Tom kind of have to feel like he's expecting it. Knows that it's going to be a tough battle either way, but the way that he's been playing, wow. Crazy, crazy matchup. Crazy, crazy darts from Tom. His stats over the past couple of weeks here have been absolutely insane. Averaging a 91.05 for the past 7 weeks of play. That is frightening stuff. Mike, no slouch either. Sitting all the way in fourth in the stats at a 71.43 after 7 weeks of play here. And we'll cut the stat chitter chatter here. No, Mike is playing out of his mind. See what Tom can get done here. 80 found for Mr. Curtin. Only 100. Only 100. But Mike, stellar average so far. Looking to keep this going. Again, sometimes you just play up to the opponent, and Mike certainly knows the task at hand. Great dart there. Unfortunate one found. Looking to correct. Finds the trip 19, so big, big darts there. Solid stuff there from Mr. Carignan. 118 found. Pushing him ever closer to a out, and the 100 will do just nicely. Tom Curtin, no out, 199. Looking to try and go downstairs to leave something. Does find the 57 with that third dart, so 97 found. Mike under immediate pressure here to try and check out this 100. Would love to take it right here, right now. 2 darts if possible. Will not be. Might go tops. And he sails it on that second one, so punished. Leaving Mr. Curtin, the Emperor, Tom, as we call him here at the WPL, chance at 102. Has to go down to this trip 17. Finds it, so going for double bull. And he can't find it, not even close on that third dart. Angry, yelling at the board, saying, come on. Just can't find it, just wide. Mike Carignan looking at 2 darts at tops here. Finds it with the second, sinks that battleship of Tom Curtin. Getting prepped if he has to face the Dreamboat in the finals, if he wins. But barrage of darts there fired from Carignan, 88.41 average in this opening leg. Stellar stuff, stellar darts. Mike didn't really have the most high-powered scoring game versus Nick in the opening round here, but the third darts that he was wielding for the outs were just something to behold, finding it every single time, though he probably would have been the first to admit that he wouldn't want to wait all the way to the third dart. Tom finding the 100 there, so a solid start. Tom known to really lead off of these legs in a very strong position. His first 9 after the past 7 weeks of play, it's a 92.25, which is just as insane as his average over 7 weeks. Again, the guy doesn't miss very often, which makes him, well, the top dog of the WPL, but the standings, the stats, they mean nothing. Like I was saying in the opening round, all of that stuff is just a bunch of bupkis, hocus pocus, doesn't matter. Throw it out the window because it's just I need to win one game, and will he fill it up? And there's the big 180 found from Tom Curtin, getting off to a flying start. Solid darts there. Just another day in the office for Tom Curtin. Mike under immediate pressure to respond here. And he will not with any sort of force. Finds that trip 20 with that third, so 81 found, still a great visit salvage there from Mike Carignan, but Tom looking to just continue running, keep on sprinting. Can't find the trip 20, looks like it just went underneath. The points betraying Tom. My darts betraying me? Impossible, says Tom, but under no pressure, under no duress. Mike Carignan working from 317, so still a lot of work to be done from the Carignan camp. Only finding 43, no favors found. Tom Curtin would love a 161, would love a feather, his hypothetical cap. It will not go, so we'll remove that feather from the list of awards that could be given out. Does very well to find the 105, though, pushing himself ever closer to the goalpost. 274 from Mike. We'll need a big visit here if he wants to put any sort of pressure on Tom. Just can't find anything. Shaking the head. He knows it's not happening. That 3 is just, well, it's just laughable at this point. Mike probably already thinking about the next leg. 56. Looks like 16 first. Finds the big 16. So step back. Deep breath. Fires away. Just another day in the office. It's no trouble at all. 56. It's easy. Solid 14 darter there from Tom Curtin. Dropping his average down to a 90.66. It's terrible stuff. And he will be leading off in this leg, looking to defend, keep this going. And that's a fantastic first dart. Just high on the second. Can he bring it down? A little too far down there. So only 100 found by Tom Curtin to get going. Mike needs to really pull himself into that extra gear. Can't afford 5s and 1s. Needs to keep everything locked there in the center. Certainly has the game within him. But at this point, against an opponent like Tom, you don't get the opportunity to mess about, think about it. You have to just fire away. Just high on that first one for Tom. Just high again, even closer. And that's fantastic. Tom's probably doing the most difficult thing in darts is to get as close as possible without actually getting inside. Great grouping there from Tom, but that tough deflection just pushed it wide. Mike trying to not copy Tom's homework here. Actually gets inside the home where it's nice and warm. Can't find 3 in there, though. Only finds 2 in the 20s. 81 found. Third one decided to go for a hike outside. Tom finding the next door neighbor. And finds it with that third again. If you have not watched any weeks of WPL action in the past, Tom very rarely gets away from a leg without finding at least one triple 20. Some things are consistent in life. Death, taxes, and Tom Curtin hitting triple 20s. It's almost a God-given fact at this point. Mike Carignan doing very well to find the 60, but not enough to try and leapfrog Tom. Tom continuing to march on. A little bit of a poor dart there into the 1s. And again, there's the correction right into the triple 20. And those types of visits will just frustrate Tom. He knows he can get away with 12 darters, 15 darters. But sometimes those 1s just really make you mad, you know. That one time you hit a 1. Mike looking to fill up the bet if he can. Unlucky second getting pushed up. Looks like he might have found 2. That might be a big 140 visit there. It is a solid 140 visit. Great darts from Mike Carignan. All the way down to an out, and Tom Curtin marooned on the 165 island. There's the trip found. We'll probably go straight down. Maybe bull. Tries to go to the 15 route, but escapes his way into the 2. Unfortunate, unlucky. And this is how it feels to play against Tom Curtin. The 160 you feel might have to go here for Mr. Carignan. First part of the equation is not found. Unlucky. Second one just below. Elects to stay there and just goes just a little high. 55 punched in. Tom Curtin, 83 remaining. Going to go trip 17, double 16 here if he can. Just low on that trip 17. Going to correct. Thinking about it. I unfortunately do not have my calculator out, so I can't do the reliable caster math. And that is a solid take there from Tom Curtin. 47 to leave 36. And just like that, 18 darts used. A little bit of a round of applause there from Mike Carignan, just going, wow, well, fantastic stuff. What can I do? If I have to hit the 160, that's pretty tough. Let's see when Mike can get going from the start here. Apologies for our little camera. We have an autofocus feature that sometimes gets lost in space. That's why it's looking a little blurry, but it'll correct back shortly. Solid start there from Mike Carignan, 100. Tom looking to follow with 100. Well, now he's going to follow with more. And again, unlucky darts there. Those flights deflecting that third dart up into the stratosphere. Only a 140 found. And Mike looking to keep this momentum going here. 100's minimum, you feel. 60's bare minimum. Solid second. Not a bad third there. Would have loved it on the other side of the fence, but 95 will do just nicely. Keeps things moving along. Tom Curtin just below, recalibrating. You can see the focus in his face. Tried to force the issue, but can only walk away with 60 from that visit. Mike Carignan, opportunity here to really push the ball forward for his goals here. That's a great start. Just high on the second, but so much room in there to try and drop the third one in. Can't find it, only 100. Disappointing third there. Would have loved to have a 140 visit. Tom finding the neighbor again. 15 found. Goes a little high. Can't find the triple 20, so a rare triple 20-less visit there from Tom Curtin, and Mike Carignan with a little bit of reprieve. Can't wait around too long, though. Needs to keep the scoring going. That 5 needs to correct. That's a great guide. Just a little bit higher, Mike. Come on. And he can't find the trip 19 switch, so unlucky darts there. Both guys with a sloppy visit. Mike, no advantage gained. Tom has a big opportunity here to try and set himself up for an out, and that 3 might be blocking the whole bed. Indeed it is. He goes downstairs. Big trip 19 found. So 79 found. Great visit there from Tom. Salvaged visit. Mike Carignan, no finish on 162. Setup mode only here. Love at least 100. Might go to the 18s. Might be too many flights in the way. Likes to stay there, so he'll leave himself 102. And Tom, 167. It's in his wheelhouse, and it would be a fantastic out. Can he get it done? First part answered. Second part, no. Finds the neighbor again. 21 on that second dart. We'll probably go for the 18s, and he does find it. Unbelievable stuff there. All triples, round of 9. Stellar stuff there from Tom Curtin to leave himself 32 after 15 darts. Fantastic work. Mike Carignan, 102 has to go. Finds the first part. 42 remaining. Finds the Big 10. 1 dart at double 16. And he can't find it. Just pulls it inside. So unlucky there for Mike. Fortunately, you just can't afford to miss those chances. And Tom eyeballing double 16. And he finds it with the second. Ruthless aggression there from Tom Curtin. The one weakness that we might be able to say that Tom has is that when he starts to get into the doldrums of the doubles, finding his way around the boards, missing on either side of the wire can get a little tricky there. Takes a little too long to get out, but does very well to find that with 2 darts. Just like that, Tom has fired in a first set, leading this game 1-0. Mike looking to rally, looking to regroup, finds a very lovely 60. Scoreboard update here. Ron Sargent leading Joe Ricard 1-0. Bring more updates as they come. And Tom finding 82, I believe. Indeed it is. So Mike under pressure again, getting leapfrogged right off the bat. It's a great first start right in the middle. Wants to follow. There's two. Perfectly placed. Can't find the big 180, but the 140 will do quite nicely for Mike Carignan. Again, the 60s are the bare minimum when playing a guy like Tom Curtin. The hundreds, you feel, are going to be the stuff that you really need to find for these types of visits that Tom can pull out so consistently. The 100 is found there from Tom Curtin. So even though that Mike is leading this leg, Tom is right behind him. The boogeyman is chasing Mike. Does very well to find the 60 on the lower section of that 20 bed there, but keeping it steady, keeping it straight. Tom, big opportunity to try and jump ahead. Would love a triple here with this third. No trademark triple on that third. Only a 45, so Mike, again, another opportunity here to really put the hurt on. Needs to keep this going. Solid start there. Just drop it a little bit, Mike. And unfortunate. It looks like it might have deflected off of the flight of the first one. And no triple found. Again, every triple worth its weight in platinum, gold, silver. Basically any form of currency. These guys want triples. Tom eyeballing 274. One is going to raise a lot of questions, raise some alarm bells, but that second one's going to put some fires out. No two treble visit. Only 80 found, only. No out for either guy. Only setups from here, so 199. Great first start. And he just can't squeeze another one in that bed, so only 80. Walking away from the board with what-ifs rather than statement visits. Tom Curtin, 194, can do a lot of damage if he can find at least two triples. There's one. Probably going to go to the 18s here. Straight across. Can't find the 18 just underneath. Unlucky dart there. Damage not done. Mike Carignan, even footing with Tom Curtin, which is all you can ask for. First part of the equation found. Looks like 52 remaining. Might be some caster math. I believe that's correct. Wanted to go for the single 12, but it ends up finding 36. Going to have to rely on Mike to do the math here. Looks like he's relying on Tom. Thank you, Tom. I don't think that is what Carignan was aiming for. Is it? It is! Wow, great take there again. I'm sorry, folks. I don't have my calculator out in front of me. I'm going to have to get that out now. What a fantastic visit there from Mike Carignan. Great stuff. You're forcing the Marty Party calculator out. Thank you for making me do my job, Mike Carignan. Appreciate that. Great stuff. Great work there on the dartboard. And a great visit there from Tom Curtin with the 1, 2, 3. Mike Carignan looking to keep this party going here. Great stuff in that first opening leg of the second set. Unfortunate there with this lead-off visit here. Only 42 punched in. Tom, again, I think the only thing scarier than Tom just steamrolling everybody is Tom when he's angry and he gets pushed. We certainly see another gear, and this guy certainly has 3 or 4 above the regular version of darts that he shows to people. Angry Tom is a scary Tom, and I think we all know that. But Mike can be just as frightening, just as brutal on the dartboard as anybody else, and even though he's down, he's still leading this set 1 leg to nothing. Unfortunate visit again, back-to-back unlucky stuff. Tom, not under any pressure, just wants to keep the scoring going. Great find on that second dart. And 2 great finds back-to-back. 1, 2, 5 punched in. Mike, again, leaving himself with a very funny 420. Not going to explain why that's funny. It just is. But Mike probably already thinking about the next leg here. Even though Tom's not in and out, the 168 still close enough. Just not finding anything here in this second leg of the second set. Tom eyeballing the 20s. Just going to keep on drilling. Can only find the 60, but the 108 leaves a Shanghai on the 18s if he can find it. Mike Carignan, 395 all the way back. Just trying to keep it steady. This is more of a practice leg now. Just trying to stay limber, stay comfortable, mentally reset. And Tom, will he get the Shanghai done? Elects to go down to the 19s instead. Finds the 76, going to go straight at the 32. And he just can't grab it. So, again, two ways, two theories of going at that. Tom proving that the 19s way just might be preferable. Carignan 335 again, just trying to find a little bit of peace, a little bit of harmony in his head. Trying to really relax, find some big visits, find some scores there for his own well-being. But again, when you're so far back, and Tom only needs one dart to take out 32, great stuff there. There's no point in fretting about a lost leg. It's not every day that you lose a leg in the first two visits, but it does happen. There's nothing you can do about it. Just let go. You still got time. But Mike wants to bring this back. Doesn't want to waste too many darts. Solid 60 fine there. Great start from Mike Carignan. What can Tom do off the get-go? Not much, unfortunately. Only 43 punched in. So Mike Carignan, thankful for that let-off. Not every day that you get a little bit of a break from Tom. And that is a great first dart. Wants to follow. Wants to keep this going. Just low. Wants to find a third in there. And he does. Solid 140. Great darts from Mike Carignan. Tom under pressure here to find something big or risk falling behind in this leg. Two underneath. Needs to get above. And he just can't. Looks like all three settling for the comfort of the bottom wire of that triple 20 bed. Mike almost 100 points clear of Tom, but has to keep it going. Tom has cut into deficits before. Mike cannot afford to let off the gas. Keep the hammer down, Mike. Great darts there from Mike Carignan. 140, 100. Sprinting to the finish. Knows what needs to be done to keep in front of this man. Tom just hunting it down, trying to find it. And again, a rare treble-less visit from Tom. The 20s are starting to turn on Curtin, unfortunately. Mike, counting his lucky stars, wants to just keep on drilling, keep it straight. Quizzical look there as that second one went a little high, but does very well to correct, but just unlucky all over it, all over that bed. Tom sitting all the way back at 357, so a reversal of fortune here. Almost exact same situation we had in the previous leg, just the names flipped. And only 100 found, so Tom sitting at 257, no out. Mike, 141. It's a big take, but certainly possible. 141 doesn't have to go. Needs at least one triple to keep it interesting. And he does find it. Great 99 take. Visit there from Mike Carignan. Dropping his score down to 42. Tom, 257. No out, but would love to force the issue if he can. 140 found, so leaving himself, I believe, 97? 117. My bad. Again, caster math, terrible. Blame me. Mike, 42. Eyeballing the 10 here. Finds it, so two darts at double 16. Can't afford to mess around. Pulls it inside again. Mike, one dart at double 8. And he finds it with the third dart. And that is the, well, I don't know the exact number, but we've seen that time and time again in the previous game versus Nick Soldo, where the clutch third dart really saving Mike's skin. 117 left over for Tom. You have a strong feeling that that probably would have gone. So Mike doing very well to find the darts when he needs it, and Tom finding the start of the leg that he needed with the 140. And you may take a leg or two on Tom, but he's not going to give you a set. He's going to fight tooth and nail for every single leg. A little bit of a poor start here for Mike. Needs to salvage it. Does salvage it, I believe, with that third dart. Looks like 75 scored. Indeed it is. Tom eyeballing that 20, looking to keep it consistent. Again, finds that triple 20 there, but not the haul of points that he would have wanted. But Carignan at risk of falling behind. Doesn't want to get too far behind here. Taking a moment. Eyeballing that triple 20. Needs to find something big. Unlucky third there. Just couldn't find it. So Tom, certainly happy with the turn of fortune here. Looks like Lady Luck is going back and forth between both players equally in this leg. Solid 100 visit there, so leaving himself 191 after 3 visits to the board. Fantastic work there. No out, but certainly close enough. Mike Carignan, 3-1 after 2 visits. Needs to hit big here if he wants a chance of potentially getting a look. Nothing really found there, only a 60, so unlucky. Tom set up shot only, but 191 wants to keep on drilling. Great first dart. Unlucky second, but would love to go downstairs and find something big, and he does. Big 137 found. Solid darts there. It's one of the key differentiators between Tom Curtin and the rest of the pack in the WPL is the switches have just been money. Dead on reliable for Tom Curtin whenever he eyeballs another triple bed, but Mike might be putting that to shame here. Looks like only, 80 found? So not anywhere close to an out. Tom eyeballing 54. Can he get it done? We shall see in just a moment here. Might be a little bit of a scoreboard issue. There it goes. So Tom Curtin, 3 darts at 54. Taking a look. Finds the big 14. So 2 darts at tops. Pulls it high. A little bit of a shoulder there. Wanted it. And might have wanted it a little too badly. Just pulled it. So Mike, again, finding himself in a similar situation where, the leg not entirely lost. Need to hit big, but if this first dart doesn't find gold, well, a little bit more pressure on this one. Can't find it, so might be resigning himself to his fate this leg. Obviously, don't give up, but how many chances are you going to get after Tom having 3 darts at tops? We shall see. 181, no out. Tom looking to get it done, tie things up. Pulls it low. Frustration, anger. Pulls it inside again. This might be the one weakness we've seen. And he cannot find an out. Finds the double 2 there at the end to leave himself a very awkward 6. But Mike, 181. Again, no pressure for Tom. Tom's probably just fighting himself at this point. Mike, 2 more darts here just to kind of see what happens. And well, 55, nothing really crazy. But Tom, will he go straight at it? He is going straight at it, and this might be a mistake here if he can't find it. Oh, I don't like that, folks. 3 darts at double 3. That might just be a little careless right there from Tom Curtin. Now that Mike is sitting at an out at 126, probably would have been in Tom's best interest to go 2 double 2 there. Would have been more of a well-traveled path. But Mike, 126, this is a big opportunity to bury this leg. Bury the set here if he can get it done. Needs to find the trip 19. Can't find it. Shake of the head, opportunity gone. Finds the trip 20. So again, all is not lost here for Mike Carignan if Tom continues to mess about with 6 left. Goes inside, and this is why you don't do that. Finds the big 1, so 1 dart at double 1. And he busts his score, so this is going to anger Tom to no end. Frustration mounting. Opportunities lost, and Mike needs 1 dart to seal this leg away. Come on, 2 darts left. Double 14. Just a little bit more inside, Mike. And he finds it with the third right in the top corner there. Great stuff from Mike Carignan to bury this leg. Awesome, awesome stuff there. And Tom Curtin fighting himself more than anything else there in that closing moments of that leg. That might have just been the mistake of the match if this really comes back to punish Tom. Flyer of a start there from Mr. Curtin, but again, I imagine he's probably still steaming to no end about letting that 6 go. Mike, great work there to get that set on the board, but needs to keep this going. Can't just win a leg and drop out entirely. Great 81 found. These guys are certainly settling into this match nicely. Only looks like 26 found. So Tom, again, the frustration might be mounting. Mike Carignan, this is a big opportunity to try and, well, I'm not a proponent of mind games, folks, but if you can really get under your opponent's skin and really start to bother them, that might just be to Carignan's advantage here. Not saying that he's going to do anything out of his way to try and upset Tom, but I guess if Mike Carignan can continue to punish Tom whenever he messes about, Tom is really going to start to get on his own nerves. Solid 140 found from Tom there. So again, pushing the ball forward. There's the correction. Looks like a little bit of a scoreboard glitch there. Carignan under pressure again. We've seen this, but he's managed to come back from these deficits. You can never count Mike out. That's a great start. Would love to fill up the bet. He's hit a ton of 140s this game. Unlucky there to not find that second in there, so only 100 found. Tom Curtin, prime position to just run away with another big ton-plus visit here. 2 just outside of that red bit, and he finds it, buries that third dart in the middle there. Great stuff there from Tom. Mike Carignan, 240, 140 minimum, you feel. Try and put some serious pressure on Tom. A little bit of a flyer, that one. Wants to try and settle it down. 2 flyers in a row. Quizzical look, shake of the head. Not sure what's going on. Can't find much of anything. Only a 60 to leave the 180. So no out for Carignan. Tom eyeballing 136, 2 triple 20s. Would love another to leave double 8. Just high, so 56 left. Finds the big 16, 96 to leave 40. Equation has been punched in, and Carignan taking his time to eyeball this one. He'd probably having a little bit of a conversation with one of the other guys. Don't hit a 180, Mike. Do not do it. There you go. 140 would be lovely. And he does find the 100, so some pressure on Tom. It's more of a question for Tom. Is he going to continue to mess about, or is he just going to get it done? Just high. Scrapes the wire on that first one. Again, even higher on the second. And finds it with the third. Great visit there from Tom, taking too long for his own liking, but getting out in the end. Doesn't matter how you get there, Tom. Just matters that you get it done. If you can't win ugly, you don't deserve to win at all. And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, those are not ugly darts. 82.08 after 2 sets of darts. 74.36 for Mike Carignan. No slouch either. But Tom showcasing again that he just has that extra gear of game in him. He really knows how to put what he's thinking in his head onto the board here. Trying to climb his way up into the triple 20 segment. Can't find it, just stays low, 60. Frustration again. Under no pressure to try and find anything big with the first 3 darts being thrown from both players. That one is going to just annoy Mike. Unlucky darts there, 41. Soon to be punished by Tom, you think. Tom trying to find something here. Trying to bring up his arm. And something just might be on Tom's back. We've seen this again very rarely, but from previous weeks, thinking about it now, previous finals, Tom sometimes goes on these little tangents here where he just can't find much of anything scoring-wise. Obviously, the doubles are always lethal, but might be a little bit of a struggle patch here for Tom. Let's see if he can get over it, find something big, and that's a great first dart. Looking to fill up the bed, and the one causing a lot of issues there. 62 found. Tom Curtin still throwing great darts, still big darts, but not as big as he would like and not as big as he's capable of. Mike Carignan, a little bit of, I'll say harassment, but just giving Tom the good old what for there. Unlucky 45 from Mike Carignan, so no pressure really. Did very well to battle his way back in the previous set, but again, the magic just might be waning a little bit for Mike. Certainly not gone, but just not being found consistently. And again, both guys, a little bit of a sophomore struggle here. Off to a great start, but as we get into the meat and potatoes of this match, really struggling to keep the scoring consistent. And again, another shake of the head there, that 5. There's a 1 there. And there's the big 7 on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, sound off the alarms. The klaxons are going. 7 has been hit. Unfortunate for Mike. Tom looking to punish immediately off of this if he can find 2 in there. The flight's doing no favors. Only finding the 70, so by a factor of 10, Tom does better. Easy math there. Thank you, Tom. Carignan not far out of this leg here. Certainly within reach. Needs to start becoming friends with this triple 20 after a little bit of a break, some time spent away. Can't find it, only 43 found. So again, Tom Curtin under no pressure to try and rush through this leg, can really afford to take his time and set up nicely. And are we going to see another 180? Is he going to do it? No, he won't do it. So 140, great darts, pushing that ball forward and getting himself down to a very manageable 84. 245 for Mike remaining. Completely different ball game here for Mike. Needs to put some pressure on. And again, the 5's just causing so many issues. And following it up with the 1, so the overcorrection might be a little too desperate to try and correct that first dart in there. 64 remaining. Tom's going to go down to the 8s and 16s. Try and find a triple. And he'll probably stay on the 16s there, and he does. So 52 found. 44, excuse me, it was an 8 to leave himself 40. Mike all the way back on 219. No way to get it to a double out. Just trying to knock down the score. And no triples either, only 57. So Tom, all the time in the world to take out this 40. First dart is all it takes, folks. Tom, 2 legs up in this third set. Looking to go up 2-1. Scoreboard update here from the other game. Ron Sargent, Joe Ricard tied at 1 set apiece. Ron firing in a 75.51 and Joe shooting a 79.08. So Joe turning on the afterburners in the other game over there. Fortunately, we don't have the cameras, so we can't check out what's going on over there, but no need. Fantastic game in front of us right here. Tom, slow start. And over long format, we might be seeing Tom regress down to a mean here, 79.72. Certainly not the stratospheric averages that we've seen in previous weeks. Mike, if he can just hang in there, we might see a gas Tom Curtin, something that we have not seen before in the WPL Season 2. And, of course, as soon as I bring this up, 180 potential here, and we just don't see it. Just goes right high on that third dart there, but big darts, big 140. Mike Carignan needs to pick up the pace. 4-5-6 needs to find a ton. Try and keep pace with Tom. Does very well to find the ton. So 3-5-6 for Mike, 320 for Tom. Just trying to keep it moving, just trying to keep it going. Another triple 20 found. 2 triple 20s found. Fill it up, Tom. Come on. Unlucky there. 140. Back-to-back ton 40 visits there for Tom Curtin. Dropping his score down to 180. Mike in a lot of pressure here. Needs to keep it going. Needs to find more of those. Slides it into the neighbor there. Needs to keep it straight. Only walking away with 95. That will not do. Tom, 180, no out. Again, don't hit a 180 here. Okay, that's one. One more will do nicely. That might be two, so aim high. Oh, I think he might have hit a 5. Can't quite see from the angle. Indeed, he did hit a 5, so he tried to go down to the 19s to correct. 78 found for Tom Curtin. Carignan working with 261 again. Tom under no pressure to get this done in a pinch. Only 41 found for Mike Carignan, so nothing really manageable, nothing really workable there. Tom Curtin 102, going to go 20s first, 82 left, going to go to the trip 14. Tries to go for the bull, so probably going to hit a 17 now, leave himself tops. Wanted to go double bull there to leave himself double 16, but only finding the single. Mike Carignan 220. Nothing really just clicking for Mike, which is so unfortunate. We've seen him battle back time and time again. He certainly has that game, but really struggling to find it right now. May not get the time here in this leg. Tom trying to punch out 2 darts at double 10. Just wide. And he can't find it. Both darts practically sharing the same coordinates on the board there, right around that double 10 perimeter. And this is an opportunity for Mike Carignan to extend this set out. Come on, Mike. Let's give the viewers something to cheer about here. Fortunately, it will not go. 119 remaining. So needs to go down. Might just stay there, but it's going to go down to the 19s. Tried to find the big 19, but just finds the 3 in a unfortunate third there. So 20 to 56. Tom, 3 darts at double 10. Inside, and we might be seeing the same struggles as before. Pulls it inside, so Tom messing about here does very well to find the big one. Carignan, opportunity. Can he find it? Needs to find it, you feel. Looks like some math questions here. I believe Tom left 4. He did. So Mike Carignan, 3 darts at 56, needs to get it done to extend out this set. Which way is he going to go? Goes for the big 16, so 2 darts at tops. Just low, 1 dart at double 10. Can't find it, pulls it outside, so unfortunate. And Tom needs to take it with this first dart, can't afford to bring it inside, doesn't want to risk it. Finds it with the first, sinks that double 2. And just like that, double 2s never lose. And Tom, 2 sets to 1 over Mike Carignan. Just needing one more set to book his way to the finals. And Mike leading off this set. Both guys defending their sets here. So Mike wants to try and push this out all the way. That's a great start. And this is where the bull matters so much. You can just hold your throw, hold on. You'll find yourself in a last leg decider, but the advantage does favor Tom Curtin. He will have the advantage if this does go to a deciding set. Not finding anything worthwhile, only a 55, but would be a pretty great start for a lot of beer league dart players. That just does not do for Mr. Curtin. Carignan looking to just keep things marching at a steady tempo here. Only finding 42, so reprieve after reprieve. How many opportunities can you give to Tom Curtin? Tom, there's the find. There's the triple 20. Just low again, but the 100 will do nicely. Not leapfrogging, but keeping it close. Carignan eyeballing the 319. Trying to find some more triple 20s. An unlucky visit there. Just poor darts, unfortunately. Again, as the players march down the board here, important to note that Tom, again, the only night that Tom has lost the WPL this season was versus Mike Carignan all the way back in week 1. The closest that anybody has come to defeating Tom Curtin in the finals, or even in general, was Ron Sargent in week 5, where Tom Curtin, he won that game 2-1, but it went all the way down to a deciding set. Now, Ron and Joe on the other board, they're tied at 1 set apiece. No update there. Mike has the potential to knock Tom out. He's done that before. Ron certainly gotten close. So the man is not indestructible. He has faults. He has kinks in the armor that these guys want to try and expose. And we've only played short format. This long format game is pretty brutal over, 3 rounds of darts. So we'll see. Really comes to a battle of endurance more than anything else. 60 found by Mike Carignan. Of course, Tom Curtin has plenty of experience playing these types of darts. So many tournaments, so many wins. He certainly has the knowledge of how to keep himself steady and stable. 95 fired in is a great, great visit. Knocking his score down to 148. Mike marooned on 171. Trying to find that trip 19. Just can't go. Might choose to stay there. Can't find that trip 20, so needs to try and find one. Does find one, so 99. Walking away from that visit with salvage darts, but still knocking it down to a very manageable 72. Will not go for Tom Curtin, so equation blown up. Only setups from here. Chooses to stay there. Leaves himself 48, so Mike Carignan probably going to go with the 16s here. If he hits the big 16, we'll probably stay there to leave tops. We see which way he goes. About 72. He might go 12 as well. Finds the trip 16. So here we go. I believe that leaves double 12. And unfortunately, no. If the 9 is found, again, the frustration there on Mike's face. He knows opportunity gone. Unlucky, unlucky, unlucky darts. 64 punched in, will leave himself 8. 48 needed for Tom. 1 dart to correct, 2 darts at double 16. Can he get it done? Unlucky, pulls it outside with those 2, so back to you, Mike Carignan. 3 darts at double 8, no excuses if this doesn't go. It has to go for Carignan. Pulls it inside, down to the double 2. And he pulls it inside again, only 6 found. Unfortunate nerves there for Mike. Tom with another chance. 3 darts at double 16. Here he goes. Inside, going upstairs at double 8. Goes inside again. Has to go across the board at double 4. And he pulls it inside, so nerves making a difference here in this leg. Frustration for Tom setting in. Again, the one saving grace that we've seen from Mike over the past couple of weeks is his steadiness, his ability to keep a cool head. Eyeing up double 1, the most difficult double of them all. And it's gone. Frustration setting in there. Of course, as I hype him up, he blows everything that I was saying out of the water. Tom, 3 darts at double 2. Finds it with the second dart. 2 darts on double 2, because double 2s never lose. Tom pushing his advantage further and further ahead. Only needs 2 legs to move on to the finals. Well, he'll await the winner of Ron Sargent and Joe Ricard. Both guys shooting a fantastic game in the high to mid 70s. Update my tablet here to see if there's a scoreboard update. There's not. It's like a solid start there from Tom Curtin, 85. Thought it was a 1-2-5, but looks like that 1 dart was on the wrong side of the fence. Mike trying to find something to respond with. We might be seeing Mike just out of gas. His darts starting to meander. The focus that we've seen in the past is just starting to escape him. Tom looking to just keep the beat going, the tempo. The band's playing nicely, just wants to keep on conducting at the nice regular pace that he is right now. 4.56 for Mike. Again, doesn't want to get stuck in the 400s for too long. Needs to really get going here. So unlucky, only 41, and again, no response. Emotionally dead response there from Mike Carignan. Frustration for Mike. And Tom just, again, 371. 60 will do nicely, but wants more, and that's a great start. Looking to fill up the bed. 95 found, so marching down the board, and the march continues at a steady pace. Only one there for Mike again, just nothing going his way. There's a great find there with that second dart. And again, this is a cruel, cruel game. Some games you have it. It's almost comical how in some legs, in some matches, you can play right after a game. You can have the best game of your life, turn around and just play absolutely terribly. And that's just the nature of darts. Everybody knows it quite well. Both of these guys know it quite well. Both guys capable of producing phenomenal, world-class level darts. And sometimes the stars align and just not in your favor. And Mike is really struggling, really hoping that he finds his game. Only 45 found. The average is starting to plummet down into the mid-60s, starting from a very high, 80s, I believe, at the beginning of this game. And Tom is just starting to turn on the afterburners. Wants trip 17. Wants the trip 13. So finding a round of 9 there. Oh, never mind the angle of the point. Only 133. Tom is truly terrible, not finding the round of 9. Mike Carignan, 290. Not finding any triples, not finding the 20s. There we go, Mike. Come on, keep him steady, keep him straight. Finds 2 in there, a big 1-2-1. Great follow, great answer from Mike Carignan. No out, though. A little bit of a math error there. And Tom, 2 darts at double top here. Try and punch a 2-leg advantage. Just sitting on top of the wire. And he goes even higher with that third. Higher and Higher, Baby is not the song that Tom wants to be conducting right now. Mike marooned on 169. No chance to punch out. Look to go down in the 19s, I believe, and can only find the 3. Again, no reaction, just frustration there for Carignan as Tom eyeballs the 40. Probably not going to mess around too long. And, well, maybe the faffage continues down to double 19. Ladies and gentlemen, are we going to see a repeat of Tom messing about? He's right there on that double 1. Wrong side of the fence. Mike Carignan, I think he has the same number, 126. Opportunities are few and far between, but this would be simply lovely if he can find it. Needs the trip 19. And it just won't go. No bullseye. Finds the trip 20 to punch in 98, but Tom, again, would probably do well to split. What do I know? I don't know anything. Tom knows everything. He knows what he's doing. Of course he does. Finds the double 19 there to take the 38. Tom sitting at a 2 sets to 2 legs advantage over Mike Carignan, who only has 1 set. No legs in this 4th set. The dominoes are beginning to fall in favor of Tom Curtin. Mike Carignan just might be facing curtain call unless he can find something truly special to try and carry him through this set here. And Tom, with the eyeball set on victory here, is only going to turn up the heat. 100 punched in following Mike's 100. Scoreboard update here. Joe Ricard is leading Ron Sargent 2 sets to 1. We'll see how that match plays out. Mike Carignan again going for some exploration there on the outer rim. 26 found. Not the numbers that he wants to bring home to mama. Tom, a little bit of an awkward first one there. Blocking the bed. Having to move to get around it. Doesn't find anything. Only the 43 found. So Mike, again, mental toughness, needs to believe here that he can crawl his way back, needs to believe that these 20s can be found, and just, oh, it's just heartbreaking. The darts are just not falling in Mike's favor no matter how hard he tries. But really, he needs to realize that both guys are going through the same sort of struggles. Tom's not really playing fantastic darts right here either. Yeah, he's finding a triple or two, but again, only 81. Mike's still very capable of catching right back, of not even surpassing Tom. Just needs to believe in himself that these 20s will come out eventually. Even the 60 is fine. Only 30 behind. Sometimes darts really is just a game of believing that you can. Again, managing mistakes, managing the expectations, realizing that you're going to miss, that darts is more or less a game of quick corrections and mental fortitude than just blowing up the triple 20 bet. Anybody can do that if you give them enough time, but it takes a true champ and a true winner to stay strong enough to keep your head in the game all the way. And Mike plugging away, jumping in front of Tom. Tom realizing that, wait a minute, might be a moment of panic here. Wants to find more triples. Blocked with that second one. Going downstairs. Like I'm saying, folks, this is a little bit closer than Tom probably would have liked. Mike with a very real opportunity here. If he finds more of those. Two found. Come on, Mike. Do it. Oh, unlucky. Unfortunate. Only the 140. Great stuff, though, from Mike Carignan, dropping his score down to 105. Tom trying to work with the 218, but it's proving to be a tough customer, leaving himself 160, I believe. Indeed it is, so he's at an out, but a very big one, and Mike eyeballing the 105. Only finding the 3, so 102 left. Again, frustration setting in, something that we haven't seen from Mike Carignan very much in previous weeks, but it's running rampant right now. 43 found for Mike, so pushing the ball closer, 62. Tom thinking about the 160, might be thinking about some math here. Looks like both guys having a little bit of a discussion about the score there, but Tom, whatever he was thinking about seems to have gone to the wayside. Only the 1 found, 20 found. So we'll love to just try and keep it straight. Only 40 altogether now. Drop his score down to 120. So out of Shanghai finish on those 20s. Mike eyeballing 62. Mike, come on. I'm trying to cheer you on, buddy. We're all trying to cheer you on. 62 is very manageable. Come on. Leaving himself 52. Might go for the big 12. Finds it. One dart at tops. Come on, Mike. And he finds it. Big take there from Mike Carignan, extending his set out in spectacular fashion. That's exactly what we want to see. You're not dead yet, Mike Carignan. Looks like Tom thinking about the math a little bit. That looks like it was the correct math to me, Tom. Both guys coming to an agreement. So Tom might have thought that Mike had something different left over, but they carried on with the score. Mike delivered on what was asked of him. Great work, Mike Carignan. Again, just finding those little wins to build off of the snowball. You never know. You might just surprise yourself. A little bit of life given to Carignan, some oxygen pushed into his lungs. And if he can just keep it going and push this set to a deciding leg, who knows what can happen. 60 found there for Mike, keeping it steady, keeping it strong. Tom unlucky with those first two. Can't find anything good there, only 55 right next door, but not barging his way in like we're so used to seeing him do. Mike trying to answer, only finding the 5 with the second. Can't find anything good there. 45 scored. Tom finding a perfect first there. Lots of space left over in the bed. Drops it a little lower. Finds the 140, so punishing visit there. Punishing Mike's 45. Brutal visit there for Mike to walk up against, but still work to be done on this 396. 2 trebles would do quite nicely and just shy. Finds it with the third, 100 punched in, keeping it somewhat within distance. But Tom, 211 after 3. If he finds even 1, it's going to be brutal for Mike. And there's the 1 found. It's going to go downstairs. Finds only 87, so a confusing look on Tom Curtin's face. Just befuddled, angry that that third dart did not go within the 19 or 777 even. That would have been handy. Carignan trying to stay steady on these 19s. Looks like 76 was found, so he's going to go upstairs. 77 found again, and we're seeing the emotionless reaction from Mike Carignan. That was only 39 found. Are we going to see the 1-2-4 take from Tom Curtin? No, we are not. Looks like 108 punched in from Tom Curtin, so that would have been a spectacular visit, and Mike staring down defeat, 257 on his score. Needs to fill it up if he wants to put any sort of pressure on. And, well, first part in. Second part just blocking, it looks like. Third dart finding its way in, so 140 right at the end. You never know. Mike, you never know. Tom eyeballing 88. Goes inside. And he finds it. Buries the game with the second dart there, ladies and gentlemen. We have one half of this final locked in, and that is Tom Curtin dispatching of Mike Carignan 3-1. Mike, you played a fantastic game. Hang your head high. Putting up a spectacular battle against Tom Curtin, pushing him in a way that we really haven't seen in quite a long time. Nothing to be ashamed about there, Mike. You played a fantastic game. We are waiting on the other semifinal to conclude. Joe Ricard is up 2-1 on Ron Sargent. Let me just check the game on my tablet. The fourth set is tied at 1 leg apiece. Both guys firing away with some spectacular darts. So don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to take a little bit of a commercial break here, but we will be right back with some more WPL darts in just a moment. See you soon. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Worcester Premier League playoffs. Thank you very much for putting up with the little bit of a, wrong button there. The technical difficulties that we had there. Unfortunately, we actually don't have a second camera on the other board, so we were not able to actually show the other game being played. We only have this one camera set up for tonight. But hopefully, you guys got to see the ending of what amounted to be a fantastic game between Ron Sargent and Joe Ricard. Congratulations, Ron, taking out Joe. I believe Joe started off with that final set with a big 1-6-7 take. Awesome darts. I mean, what a battle all the way through for those guys to go all the way to a deciding set. Those guys play together so very often. They're playing in, tournaments as doubles partners all the time. So for them to go all the way and push each other that hard, well, it's kind of expected, but it's also great to see. So there's Tom warming up. We're still a long ways away from the actual final. I'm sure that Ron's going to take a little bit of a break before he hops on the board with Tom. So before we get to that, we'll actually jump back to the bracket to review how he got here. So Tom, opening round, took out Roberto Santos. Nick Soldo, Mike Carignan. Mike bested Nick Soldo in a rather close game all the way through. And Tom just outlasted Mike Carignan. Mike played some great darts, managed to take a set off of Tom, but Tom proving to be one tough customer, too much of a customer for Mike, and Mike falling by the wayside. Other side of the bracket here, we had Ron Sargent taking out Mark Rudge, I believe in 3-0 fashion. Joe Ricard took out Justin Burke in 3-0 fashion. And then just to recap that game, Joe ending that game with a 69.54 and Ron taking the game with a 73.92 average. So both guys playing really well. And this is within the realm of possibility for Ron Sargent to potentially take the whole championship against Tom Curtin. Tom only shooting a 75.02 in that game versus Mike. I have a feeling that we really didn't see the best darts from both guys. There was a little bit of struggling on both ends there. Again, Tom trying to drill those triple 20s, get that scoring power back. Again, this is quite a long night of darts. Really quickly, we'll jump over to the Marty cam. Hey, folks, how's it going? We have a little bit more lighting in here. How fantastic is that? It's been a long night of darts for all of us. I'm trying to hang in there with my throat, just trying to keep it together. So much talking, so much conversation, but really hope that you're enjoying the night, enjoying the action, enjoying the darts. We've tried our best over the past 7 weeks to really provide a quality stream, some quality entertainment for everybody who's deciding to tune in night after night. And before we get going with this final, I just want to say on behalf of myself, Nick Soldo, Joe Ricard, all the players, we just thank you guys for tuning in week after week to give us your attention, to give us your eyeballs. It has been just fantastic to be able to not only provide this quality of entertainment, but to really showcase what the whole Worcester area is capable of producing on a dartboard. There's a lot of fantastic players out there. There's a lot of fantastic games being played every single night across the entire city, and it's just wonderful to be able to really kind of push all of this up and bring some awareness to the top shots in this area. So again, on behalf of all of us, thank you very much for giving us your eyeballs and your attention. We really hope that this final, this whole playoff night has been spectacular and wonderful to follow along. So enough of that gushing, enough of all of that. We'll jump away from the party Marty cam. What a wonderful other side. What a wonderful graphic that Nick was able to produce for me. So we'll jump back to the primary board. Might take another little bit of a break here. Don't want to get too bored watching Tom warm up the entire time, but before we go to break again, in the championship format tonight, it's been best of 5 sets. Every set is a best of 5 legs. So seeded bracket, as you saw from the bracket here, Tom Curtin, the number 1, going to be facing off against Ron, the number 3 seed, in the finals in just a short while here, guys. Thank you for staying up late with all of us. We'll be right back in just a short little bit here. We'll see you all very soon. Hang in there, guys. We'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back, everybody. I told you guys it was going to be a very quick break. Look at those two fantastic gentlemen warming up on the board. Tom Curtin, Ron Sargent. What a fantastic final that we have ahead of ourselves. Just starting very shortly here. I mean, both of these guys have been playing all night long. How many warm-up darts can they realistically throw without, well, their arms falling off, I guess? But thank you guys very much for joining us tonight again. Just doing the final bit of warm-ups. The players just about ready to go. Ron has had quite a steady march to the finals here. Again, both guys, again, with the seeded bracket, have had a little bit of a, I don't want to say easier time. There are no easy games of darts. Opening round, everybody who advanced took it 3-0. But I would have to say that Ron has had much more of a battle. Joe pushed him all the way to a deciding set, 3-2. Those guys know how each other play quite well. Tom got the best of Mike Carignan. So we'll see experience versus the recent battles. And here we go. Tom Curtin versus the Bull. What can he do? Outside. Forgetting to have to pull that dart. Doesn't want in the way. Ron eyeballing the Bull. Takes it. It's in there. So Ron will have the advantage here going in to the finals of the WPL Season 2. If you are tuning in live, my name is Marty Martinez, and we are getting going here. This is the last match of the season. Thank you very much for being here. Tom Curtin, Ron Sargent. Let's get going here. Let's have some fun, guys. Ron off to a little bit of a wavy start there with that trip 5. Finding that 95. Great start there for Ron. Might be having a little bit of a scoreboard communication error. Not sure what's going on. Only 26 found. Get this sorted out. Looks like 81 found for Ron Sargent. Hopefully I'm not commentating, just blank darts. Both guys look locked in and fired in. It's like 40 found there for Tom Curtin. Might have to take a second to try and update this scoreboard. 1 second. Indeed it is, the scoreboard. So guys, hang in there with me 1 sec. Get this figured out in just a jiffy here. Just a quick swap of the boards there. Oops. Wrong thing. Of course, I hit the wrong button, guys. I'm so sorry. We'll get this sorted out in just a second here. And there we go. There's exactly what I need. We'll get back over and we'll get this final underway. And there we go. Now it's going. So after a quick little adventure with the land of computers and technical challenges, we've arrived back at the final here, just in time to arrive at the tail end of this opening leg. Great work by Ron Sargent to get down to a very manageable out after 5 visits to the board. Great work, Ron. Tom under immediate pressure, but I'm so happy that we didn't miss the 180. Great visit there, and big pressure by Tom on Ron Sargent. Can the Dreamboat find his way out of this opening leg? Needs to find it with the pressure that Tom's put on him. Getting closer. Can't quite find the take, and you can see the frustration on Ron's face. Doesn't want to give Tom the look. Can Tom punch out? Needs to go 20 tops. And he finds it. 3 dart take there for Tom Curtin. Absolute steal. You can tell that Ron was not happy about Tom finding his way out of that one. What an electric start there from both guys. Hammering away at the board. Tom finding his way behind in that first couple of visits there, but getting there first in the end, and that's all that matters. Doesn't matter how you get there, just as long as you get out. Only firing in a 60. Ron, big opportunity to leapfrog ahead here. You know, Ron is a interesting character, as we were mentioning previous games. He is the only guy, other than Mike, who's come close to pushing Tom over the edge. Ron almost dispatched Tom in week 5, pushed him all the way down to a deciding leg and a deciding set. Unfortunately, just didn't have the gas to keep that leg going. Tom dispatched him quite easily. I believe he shot about a mid-40s average there, but Ron has the game. He has the goal in sight. The championship belt has been placed on the table from what I've told. Both players can see it, so they are playing for all their marbles. That's certainly going to motivate Ron as he looks to get in the groove and settle into this game. Tom firing in a 100. Great darts there. And Dreamboat, let's see how much wind he can get in his sails, how much gas he has in the tanks. Is he going to take a cruise to Margaritaville after the game? We shall see. Those 58s are going to do him no favors and going to be, well, impediments on his path to victory lane. Tom certainly wanting to walk away from tonight with that belt in tow. 55, no pressure there. See a look on his face. Always love how expressive Tom is. We always know exactly how he's feeling after every single visit. 85 fired in by Ron. Good pressure there to put Tom under no sense of false security. Security. Only finding 40, so Tom a little wavering around a little bit here with his visits. It might just be that had a little bit of a long break in between matches, so he needs to find that rhythm. Very plausible. Ron doing very well to keep the scoring pressure on. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to find 2 big triples there. But here comes the barrage of Tom Curtin. He's probably going to go downstairs, probably 17s, maybe 19s. He likes to stay there and finds 83. Frustrating third dart there from Tom Curtin and Ron. 146, a very manageable take here. Won't go this time. First part of the equation not going in. Would love to have a trip 19 to leave 90. Well, find 96, but again, haywire darts, just not friendly. There's the first part. One more 18. And the 4 is found, and that's just going to frustrate Tom. Unfortunate find there. Having to correct, but not in the way that he wanted. 72 will leave him 32, and Ron with a 104 chance here. Big opportunity here for Ron Sargent. Does not want to let this opportunity slip him by. Wants it to go here. Looks like only 18 found. Needs a triple. Can't find it. 36 punched in. Not going to leave him an out. Fortunately, finds 90 scored, so 14 left. Awkward leave. Tom, 3 darts, 32. How many is he going to need to punch out in this second leg? Going upstairs to double 8, and the neighbor, and he can't find it. Knock, knock, nobody's there. Ron with an opportunity to punch out. 3 darts at 14. And he finds it with the first, sinks Tom Curtin. The Dreamboat has truly left port. He is off and sailing, and he has added his name to the ledger books here in the finals. 1 leg apiece. Ron looking to defend his throw. Both guys doing very well to hold their throw here. 100 fired in from Ron. Great visit, great start. What a perfect dart there from Tom Curtin to find the middle of that segment. Pushing it just wide with the second. And oh my gosh, those 2 darts are practically sharing the same space. Big 135 found. This is the pressure that Tom Curtin is going to put you under. If you miss a triple, he is going to run and run some more. That's the name of the game with these guys. Every single triple miss is going to be excruciatingly painful. That's just not the level that these guys want to play at. And another big 135 visit from Tom Curtin. Stellar stuff and stellar darts there. Ron under immense pressure to keep on producing the goods, and 2 darts just on top. Can't find a triple, so only 60 found. Pressure, pressure, pressure mounting. Tom Curtin looking to keep the heat on. Finds another 100, so Tom 131 after 3 visits to the board. Absolutely stellar stuff. Ron Sargent at risk of running into some brutal headwinds here. Needs to keep his ship steady. Dreamboat not finding favorable wins, only 49 found. Tom, big checkout opportunity, it won't go. 111 left. Gonna go back upstairs. Finds the 99, so a great visit there. Again, under no pressure to take it out, leaving 32 after 4. Fantastic work from Mr. Curtin. Ron finding 100, so a tap on the shoulder, he's there. Tom can't afford to miss. 2 outside by a margin. And the third not finding its way in at all. All 3 a little too safe, and Ron can take this out with 2. How many's going to need at 92? 72 left. Might go to the 12s. 36 to leave 36. Finds 18 instead. 54 left. And that's a bust there, Ron. Unfortunate there. The math betrays Ron, so no score. Tom, 2 more darts at 32. Finds it with the second, so the 5th dart at the attempt there. Too many darts for Tom. Obviously wanted to walk away with that one with a little bit less trouble, but 2 legs on the board. He'll be happy with that. Look to keep on marching away. Defending his throw here, so Ron getting broken, not going to be happy about that. And the 100 is a great start for Tom Curtin. Ron needs to keep the pressure on, and it's so hard to consistently throw wonderful darts when you have to. It's one thing to just be happy throwing in 140s, but when you're being pushed constantly to deliver, it can be scary stuff. It can be quite the monumental task to be forced to produce. And 100, back-to-back 100s from Tom Curtin, both guys firing away. These are the darts that we came here to see, folks, and I'm happy that we're witnessing it. Sloppy visit there from Ron Sargent, losing the plot, only 30 punched in. Big opportunity for Tom to really jump ahead and punish. Tom only finding 60, so nothing truly worthwhile there. Still very, not friendly for Ron, but still close enough, and needs a triple here. It's a must get. Finds the trip 18, so a wonderful switch there. And that's the low on the 20s going straight across the 18 switch. Sometimes it's not worthwhile to go down to the 19s. If you're in that area, just move to the right. Might find something good. Speaking of good visits, that's another 100 clocked in from Tom Curtin. That's 3 100s in this leg. Stellar stuff from Tom again. He wants that belt. He can see it. He's eyeballing it every time he walks away from the board. Ron doing very well to get down to an out. 152 remaining. Tom 141. Equation will not be completed, but he can do very well to set up here. Finds the single bull, so 105 to leave 36, I believe. Ron, 152 that must go, and it will not. So only a setup from here. Probably looking to just keep it straight. Frustration setting in for Ron. That 5 was a little sloppy. Finds the 50, so 102 left over. Tom Curtin eyeballing the first set. 3 darts at 36. Looks like he takes it with that second dart. Off to a great start, Tom. Averaging 78.79 after that first set. Great visit. Great stuff. Ron already on the back foot here, which is unfortunate. Not too far off, and Tom might be looking at his first 180 of the match, and there it is. Big 180 fired in from Tom Curtin. Solid dart, solid start. We've seen a 170 so far in the Worcester Premier League this season. Are we going to see a 9-darter? I might just fall out of my chair if we do see that happen. Come on, Tom. Find the 3 more that you need. And unfortunately, boo, it won't go. It will not go. Loses it on the 4th dart. Does very well to find the 83. Tom only thinking about one thing, and that's the match win. No showmanship on display here, which is unfortunate for us, but he wants to win. He wants the $430 on top of the $120 he's already taking home. Ron, I'm just not having a great scoring game so far. Tom finding another 98. Big visits, big chunks. Score being taken out, and Ron, you feel like 2 triples minimum here, the requirement. Only finding the 100, so 260, no out. Tom, 140. Would love to take out a big ton plus. It will not go. No problem leaving the 40, and he finds it. Just unbelievable there how he can just correct so effortlessly to leave 40. And Ron in a lot of trouble here. Tom finding that extra gear. Not finding that trip 18 switch that has been reliable for him. Tom, 3 darts. Tops. And it's taken. Only 1 dart needed, so a solid 13 darter there from Tom Curtin. That is some fantastic stuff, world-class stuff. Again, he was on for the 9 darter after the first visit, but he lost it on the 4th, and Ron having to pick up the pace here. By no means playing poorly, but Tom finding that extra gear. Ron locking in that 100. Again, both guys playing so exceptionally that they have to produce darts. And are we going to see another 180 from Tom? No, we will not. The 140 is all he can get away with. And Ron, a little bit of reprieve. Doesn't want to start 2 legs back-to-back. Opponent hitting a 180. Can't find the trip 20. Only 60 found. So Tom Curtin just looking to do more of the same here. 20 found right on top of that wire. Another one playing buddy-buddy with that first dart and can't find a trip there, so only 60. Ron. Hope for Ron here. And these are spray and pray darts, and these are poor darts there from Ron. Unfortunately, only 8 punched in, so 28 total there. Those are the type of visits that will just kill you against an opponent of the caliber of Tom Curtin. I don't want to seem like I'm just singing his praises here, folks, but Tom has truly been playing on another level here for the past couple of weeks, and it's going to take something monumental from Ron to dethrone him. Mike played an absolutely stellar game in week 1 to take him out. Little did we know how much that would just piss Tom off and go on to just rampage to the rest of the season. Eyeballing another trip 20 and another 140 found there from Tom Curtin. Just disgusting darts. Averaging 87.09 after 1 set and 1 leg of play. Nearly wrapped up with this second leg in this second set. Again, not a bad visit from Ron, but 131 versus 66. Can't find the trip 10. 56 remaining. Finds the big 16. 1 dart at tops. And there it is. Gone. Just as quick as this game began, Tom Curtin is already eyeballing a potential 2-set league. Tom might just be speedrunning this final. Only needs 1 more leg to walk away with a big 2-set-to-0 advantage. And here comes the Tom Curtin corrections. Patented, trademarked. 125 punched in. It's just becoming a joke. Ron Sargent trying his best, and you got to feel for the guy saying, hey, please, I'll have what you're having. Can you please let me know what you do? I'll take some pointers. And maybe the break might have just been good for Tom Curtin. And again, here we go with his nonsense again. Unbelievable. Just fill it up, Tom. Oh, it's boring. It's boring. 140. Boo. Tom, we know you can do better. The extra 40 points, we know that's in you. And Ron Sargent just struggling to find wind, didn't pack enough supplies for the journey. The crew on the Dreamboat is starting to panic after, just setting sail. And Tom Curtin looking to sink Ron's battleship. Leaving 193 after 3 visits to the board. Stellar stuff. Ron all the way back on 377. See how close he can get. So all the way back on 317 after 3 visits to the board. Tom just trying to set up. There's another triple 20 fired in. That'll just annoy Tom there. Looks like 76 fired in. Indeed it is. We have a scorekeeper down there, which is moving things along nicely. So Ron needed 2 triples there to bring it close, but does very well to find that Trip 19 to hit 97. Tom eyeballing 117. Needs to go down to the trip 19s. Found, so he's going to go upstairs to double 20. And he bangs the neighbor, unfortunately. Pardon the terminology, folks. It's just what people say. Double one punched in. We might see Tom go for the correction, but knowing Tom, we probably won't. He's probably just going to go straight at the double 19, knowing that he can hit it under no pressure from Ron. And there it is. Of course, Tom knows best again. Silly me thinking that a split would be the worthwhile thing to do, but when you're Tom and just don't miss, it doesn't matter. Well, folks, we are in the third set. Tom has taken 2 of them in lightning time. Ron under the gun here, at risk of the dreamboat. Meeting an unfortunate demise at the hands of the battleship Tom Curtin. Tom has been playing some stellar stuff with the average of 87.47 after 2 sets. Unbelievable darts and only finding the 43. Caster's curse. Don't want to put too big of a hex on Tom Curtin. Ron certainly has the game to give Tom a lot of trouble, but it's been elusive so far. Got to see if he can dig deep and find it. Tom, unfortunate there to not find the triple 20, so after so much luck, maybe the luck is starting to wear off here. Ron needs to continue to run. Can't afford any sort of slip. And this is perfect stuff here. Keep it going, Ron Sargent. Great 140, great visit. Leaving himself 180 after 3 darts, so no out, but he's right there on the edge. And Tom just taking a little bit of a breather. Not really worrying about it too much. In this position, if you're so far ahead like Tom is in set play, visits like that don't really bother you. He'll already be thinking about the next leg. No panic, no worry. If anything, it'll just annoy Tom, but it won't really bother him. And Ron looking at a Shanghai after 4 visits to the board. Wonderful stuff. It's like 36 found for Tom Curtin. So again, mentally checked out, not really here. The only thing that'll really suffer is his average. 58 punched in by Ron, so a little bit of math. Ron having to do some math here. He will leave himself 62. Finds another 18 there, so 44 left for Ron. Unfortunate series of darts there, but again, under no pressure from Tom Curtin, which is something that I don't really say very often here at the WPL. 100 found. Ron most likely going to go 12, double 16. Finds the big 12, 2 darts at 32. And it's gone. He takes it. Ron's on the board. He's not going to get whitewashed. Of course, I'd say that he won some legs in the opening set. I think it was just 1. But Ron struggling to find anything here. Very happy for him. He'll have to build off of this momentum. But here's another 125 fired in by Tom Curtin again. No mercy, just ruthless. Ruthless aggression here on display from Mr. Curtin. And Ron just trying to keep up, gasping for air. The Dreamboat not starting to list just yet. But the crew is certainly trying to put on their life preservers as another barrage of firepower just comes crashing into the hull there. 140 fired in by Tom Curtin. Big darts. And Ron just trying to find it. Oh, so unlucky there with that 3rd dart. 55 found. Tom, here he goes again. Is anybody going to stop this man? Unbelievable. Fill it up, Tom. Oh, terrible. Awful stuff. 140 found. 96 left. 96 after 3. Just poor. Poor darts. Ron only finding a 60, so he's out the 400s after 3 visits, not playing his best stuff, and Tom looking to check out. 2 darts at double 18. And he finds it with 2 darts. Unbelievable. The average 11 darter there from Tom Curtin. That is truly special. We have seen a 13 dart and 11 darter. The caliber on display from Tom Curtin has just been ruthless. Fantastic stuff. And Ron, the crew wasn't worried before. They're starting to panic now. Alarm bells going. No wind. no food, no water. And the boat is starting to turn upward to the sky. 42 visit found there by Tom Curtin. Ron, even though he's facing curtain call here, it's all smiles, all cheers. Another 100 found. Great darts there from Mr. Sargent. Not going to go down without a fight here, Tom. There's that perfect first. Is he going to stay there? Goes low. Only finding 100. Only 100 found from Tom Curtin. Ron just looking to keep the pressure on. Trying to split the middle there between those two darts, and he can't find it. Right on the wrong side. So unlucky. Tom Curtin not wearing a sweater, but still carrying on some of that magic with the long sleeves. I don't know how the guy does it. Oh, fill it up. Come on, Tom. There it is. The big 180 found. You can see it on his face how much that means to him. Believe Tom's got to be in the hovering around the 40s for 180s hit this season. I mean, just unbelievable stuff. 83 found from Ron. Getting a little cheer from the rest of the guys downstairs. Setup visit here from Tom. Going to go back upstairs to find the 89. Leaving himself 90 after 4. Ron marooned on 175. The island needs to reach the island. Can't find the trip 19. Frustration setting in, so I believe he leaves himself. 96. Can't find it, no. Leaving himself 78. Not sure if the math was correct there, but Tom, 90. 3 darts at it. Going trip 20. Is he going to go double 15? That's disgusting, Tom, if you hit this double 15. Unbelievable. Who does that? That is not the way to go. That's not sanctioned. That's not standard. That's not in any book anywhere, but, you know, it gets the job done, and I guess that's the only thing that matters. Tom, one leg away from speed running the final and taking ownership of the WPL belt. And there it is, another fantastic start, 135. Ron looks up and goes, wait a minute, we just got here. Trying to find the 140, only finding the 100. Tom, can he keep the pressure on? Of course he can. Another one there will do nicely. Finding the 140, 135, 140, 226 left after 2 visits. Ron, 401. Looks like he can't squeak it into the triple 20, so only 60 found. Tom looking to set himself up nicely with another ton-plus visit. Finding 97, not over the ton-plus threshold, but close enough. The 129 will do just nicely. Ron really struggling for life here. He knows this ship is sinking. Water is starting to flood the halls of the boat. And are we going to see the end of the Worcester Premier League Season 2 here? Needs a 60. Finds it. Going to go upstairs, I believe, to tops. Maybe bullseye. Oh, no, it was bull and he can't find it. Tom, terrible. Can't hit a bull. Awful stuff to leave 25 after 4 visits. Ron all the way at 282. He knows the sharks are closing in. The boat is already sunk. The sharks smell blood in the water. Finding 78, and Tom, 3 darts, 25. We'll have 3 more if he misses. There's the 9, 2 darts at double 8 for the championship. Goes inside, double 4. And that's it. It's game. It's found. Tom Curtin is the WPL Season 2 champion. Firing in an 89.73 in the last set. Absolutely blowing the doors off of Ron Sargent. The Dreamboat never stood a chance. He brought a little skipper, a little fishing boat out. Tom Curtin brought the full might of the USS Curtin. Absolutely destroyed Ron. So unlucky, so unfortunate. By no means did Ron play bad. Both guys have had a long, long night. So many close darts there. Ron arguably played the more brutal side of the bracket, having to fight through Joe, and that might have taken a lot out of him. But Tom Curtin, fantastic stuff, saving his best darts for the last game when it really mattered most. 89.73, unbelievable there. Again, are they going to display the belt? Oh, we saw a little glimpse of it in the back. Carignan, get out of the way, dude. You're in the way, man. Looks like we're going to have the camera blocked, but this is the prize that Tom Curtin will have there, having to move the picture. Absolutely fantastic belt that Nick was able to procure for everybody. This will be saved for the Worcester Premier League, whoever wins it, so this won't be kept. This will be passed around, the heritage of this belt, and I think Tom's putting it on. We might have missed that. There will be photos on Facebook later tonight, certainly by tomorrow morning. Fantastic darts, guys. Wonderful stuff. Can't quite see it again. The camera is just below. But anyway, we're going to get away from this primary board. There's this. There's the belt. You can see a little bit there. And there's the money. Nick, chairman of the board here for the Worcester Worcester Premier League, handing out the prize money to everybody. And we're going to go back to the Marty party cam. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining along here tonight. I know it was a little bit longer than usual, but that's it. 8 weeks of premier darts action in the Worcester area has come to a close. Just want to say again, thank you very much to everybody who's decided to tune in every single week. Everybody who's tuned in tonight. This has been something that really started as an idea last season with Nick and a bunch of other players, and it's really blossomed into something with a lot more production this season. I've been very fortunate to be able to tag along and to be able to cast for you guys. I sincerely hope that the casting has been worthwhile, that you guys have enjoyed everything that you guys have been listening to. Again, this is a collaborative effort from everybody, all the players, myself, Joe, Nick. We're just happy that people tune in every single night and, well, talk to us about it after Monday. This has been a grand experiment. We'll be looking to provide more darts action in the fall, maybe a little bit sooner than that in the mid-season over summer. We're still kind of deciding to see how we want to do things in the break, but all the players from this season will be coming back for the fall season. We'll be introducing a little bit more jeopardy in the fall season. We're still kind of working out the kinks, but it'll be different in the fall. But again, to everybody, have a wonderful night. Thank you very much for tuning in. We love you all very much. We love the darts. That's why we do this. We will see you all very soon. From all of us, take care. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
You're